stated goal to aid Iran and Hamas in their agenda, what would you have done differently than Biden did leading up to where we are today? Brian Mudd in for the great one, Mark Levin.
After the terrorist organization Hamas brutally attacked Israel, there were thousands of people stranded in the war zone. Countries in Europe had planes rescuing their citizens almost immediately. But Joe Biden left Americans behind for over a week to fend for themselves. They were in an incredibly dangerous and harrowing situation, completely helpless, waiting for their country to come back for them. This is how much the current administration cares about its own citizens. Not at all. And of course, their allies in the media are doing the best to help spread their vile propaganda. And this is why a subscription to Blaze TV is more important than ever. It's the place to go to get the uncensored and unapologetic truth about what is really happening. So visit levintv.com, Levin TV.com, become a subscriber so you can unlock everything Blaze TV has to offer. Do it now and you'll be able to try it for free for 7 days. That's levintv.com to sign up for your free 7-day trial to news and programming for people who love.
With SRN News, I'm Keith Peters reporting the Israeli military says its ground forces will...
The battle is on. Welcome to Roswell Coyote Football on 106.5 Roswell Talk FM and online at ksbptv.com.
With this, fighting and winning, and the Coyotes lost. Lucky's in for a touchdown. Wentz is in for 6 more, and the Coyotes take a 20-0 lead.
Gonna be handed off. No, it's gonna be a quick pass.
That's gonna be intercepted for a pick 6 in the end zone. Touchdown, Coyotes.
Zach Carrasco, and he was just waiting. He was just waiting all the way for that. Had it read completely.
Tonight, an amazing regular district season comes to an end for your Roswell Coyotes as they face off against crosstown rivals, the Goddard Rockets.
It's the battle for Roswell.
Roswell Coyote Football on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and online at ksbptv.com is presented by Artesia General Hospital, Bob Reed Pest Control, Business Notions, Calici's Frozen Custard, Central Valley Electric, Dion's Pizza, Salads, and Subs, E&MU Portales and E&MU Roswell, Moppin and Brown Dentistry, Maze Lumber, Oasis Computers, Pecos Valley Equipment, Pepsi, Plateau, Richland Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram and Richland Chevrolet Buick, Roswell Seed Company, Southwest Printers, Trustmark Roofing, University of New Mexico, Wakefield Oil, and Wakefield Oil Express. Now, let the battle begin.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSPPTV.com. I am your host, Art Sandoval. I'm here with Commander-in-Chief Jeff Lynn here on the Dion's pregame show. It is going to be the Roswell Coyotes playing the Goddard Rockets, 1 versus 3 in 5A, the 5A classification, and then 1 versus 19 in all classifications. Coach Lynn, good evening, sir. It's October 27th. Yeah, it's been a heck of a week, waiting for tonight. Man, I tell you what, a lot of things to talk about, but first and foremost, one of the first things I want to discuss is right now you're 2-0 in district. You just, the Roswell Coyotes played Artesia, beating them 29-8, and then, of course, Mayfield last week beating Mayfield, the Trojans, 48-15. Do me a favor, let's recap the district, first of all, with Artesia. Tell me what your thoughts were on that particular game, then we'll switch gears and go to the Mayfield game, and then we'll talk a little bit about Goddard.
Yeah, I mean, the Artesia game was, that was a big game. A lot of people, great crowd. I thought we played well. I didn't think we played our best game. I mean, we still had a bunch of penalties. We still turned the ball over 3 times. But overall, we played a good game, and it was good to get the opening win in district. And so that was a good game. I mean, we've kind of put that behind us now, and we're moved forward. But just a good win for our program and a good win for our community.
Sounds good. And let's just switch gears real quick. The Mayfield Trojans, of course, they're in our district. They're ranked 9th in the 5A classification. Tell me your thoughts on that game last week.
Yeah, it kind of went how I thought it would. I thought, I think they're a lot better than their record indicates. I mean, I don't know, they're 3 and or 4 and whatever, or 3 and whatever. And And you look at them on tape and you look at them out on the field, and they're big. They've got good-looking kids.
Right.
I think Coach Bradley's just kind of trying to get his culture right, trying to build that program back to where it needs to be. But the kids are definitely there. The biggest thing was we forced turnovers. I think they had 5 turnovers. I think we picked the ball off 3 times. We had 2 fumble recoveries. When you have 5 turnovers, you're probably going to lose a game. So I thought our kids did a real good job of taking care of the ball and getting turnovers. And I thought we played, it was kind of a different game. I mean, you're coming off the big win against Artesia. The energy wasn't the same. I thought our kids did a good job of, you go from that environment that we had against Artesia to the one, and there were still a lot of people there, and our crowd was still great, but it just wasn't the same energy. And, and so for them to be able to overcome that and still play well, I was really happy with our performance.
And I'm so glad you said that. We're talking about the energy with Artesia, and then, of course, the Mayfield game it felt different. Even if from upstairs it felt different to me. I'm not saying that the Roswell Coyotes didn't play well. It's just it felt different. Now, as far as tonight's game against the Goddard Rockets, we're going to have that same environment once again, as like the Artesia game. Coach, tell me the importance of this game right here. This is your last district game. I call it the second part of the season, but this is your last district game before the playoffs. Tell me your thoughts about that. What is the importance of this last game? What is the importance about playing this game for the community of Roswell? Tell me your thoughts about the whole thing.
I mean, just the overall thoughts of this game. I mean, I think you've got 2 good football programs in this town. They do a good job over at Goddard. Coach White and his staff do a good job. A lot of good kids on that team. We grew up. I've got 3 boys on our team right now, and we lived on the north side, and we played Little League baseball with all those kids. We know all those kids. I mean, Wyatt Northcutt, Dylan Kermode, John Silva, Blaze Dean. I mean, we know those kids, and they're all good kids. They come from good families, and Coach White and his staff do a good job with that football program. So it's really exciting for the town of Roswell to have 2 football teams like this that can play like a game like this. I know there's a lot of communities around the state that would love to have a game like this. And, I think that just overall we should be extremely proud of both these programs and, do our best to get out and support them tonight.
Sounds good. Very well said. So defensively for the Goddard Rockets tonight, tell me what Goddard, according to film, I watched a little bit of film, but in your words, what is Goddard going to be running defensively? What are they good at defensively? What are you expecting from the Goddard Rockets?
They don't do a whole lot defensively. Probably the simplest scheme we've seen over the last 3 or 4 weeks. I mean, they're going to sit in a 4-man front.
Okay.
They do a good job. They're a lot like us. I mean, Coach Bolaños, originally from Goddard, he coached over there with Sam Jernigan for a long time, and so he picked up a lot of what Sam taught him, and he's evolved that defense. So, it's pretty much the same defense on both sides of the ball. We're going to be a 4-3 team. When we go to an unbalanced formation, they're going to sky down and play cover 3. If we give them a balanced formation, they'll be a 2-high cover 2 team. They've got 4 down linemen, 3 linebackers, and they're going to be physical and they're going to get after us defensively.
And the offensive side of the ball for Goddard?
Just kind of what they've been doing since the 90s, man. I
Yep.
mean, like they have a tradition over there, and they run what they run. I mean, they're gonna get in the W, and they're gonna run toss, and they're gonna run fly sweep. They're gonna run a little bit of option. I mean, you can kind of see that they've evolved a little bit. They're running a little bit more triple option and counter ISO and some of that stuff. You can see the influence of some of his young coaches that have on him. I mean, they're doing some different things, but basically it's just what Goddard's always done. They're gonna try to run the ball down your throat, and then when you start creeping up, they're gonna try to throw the ball over the top. So very well coached football team, very physical. Just what you would expect out of a Goddard Rocket football team.
I'm going based on max preps here. I saw where the Roswell Coyotes are averaging 42.4 points a game as opposed to Goddard's with 32.4. Broke it down into quarters. Quarter 1, the Roswell Coyotes averaging 11.3. The Goddard Rockets about 8. Quarter 2, 16.3 for the Coyotes, about a little over 10 for Goddard. Quarter 3 is 7.8, and Goddard is about 5.9 in quarter 3, and then quarter 4, 7 for Roswell, and then 6.9. Tell me the strengths of the Roswell Coyote offense. We always talk about Manny Fuentes. I think Bryce Sanchez has had a great year, in my opinion. I think some of those guys are up for potentially the Gatorade Player of the Year, in my opinion. What are your thoughts about that? In order for those 2 guys and it takes a team effort. I'm not saying that, but they're kind of the icing on the cake. You have a big up front line, but it takes everybody. But tell me a little bit about those two, how they work, their work ethic, and what makes them successful.
Yeah, they're definitely the leaders of our offense. I think Manny does a great job of getting our kids focused.
Right.
Manny's kind of a quiet leader, but he will get people going and people follow him. Bryce is a little bit more laid back. He's more if you like in administration, you have a good cop and you have a bad cop, right? And
sure.
I think sometimes you're the bad cop.
Yeah, most of the time I am.
And so, there's a good cop and there's a bad cop. And I think Manny kind of takes the role as kind of the bad cop sometimes. And I think Bryce takes the role of the good cop. Not that Manny's a bad teammate or anything, nothing like that. But
right.
Like Manny will get after you if you're not having a good practice. And Bryce is the kind of guy that once Manny gets after you, he'll come over and slap you on the butt and say, hey, don't worry about it, man. Just get it going. So that they work real well together. They're the tip of the spear for us offensively. And then, just our offensive line. I really like that was probably one of my biggest question marks going into the season was who was going to play offensive line for us, where they were going to play, were they going to be able to be physical enough? And they've really answered that call. I mean, those kids, Rico Lujan is kind of the leader of that group. And then you got Jesus Gutierrez and Adrian Barraza and Dylan King and Javier Garcia, and then Miguel Lopez and Danny Cedillo rolling in there. Those kids have done a good job, and they've really grown into the physical offensive line that we really pride ourselves on having here at Roswell High. So, and then outside, you've got those wide receivers. Josh Estrada's done a great job for us, and then LJ Macias and Jacob Palomino and Manny Segala, and it's grown into a really good offense. Again, we had some question marks about it early, but they're getting after it.
Yeah, just an overall team effort for sure. We always talk about your practices through weekly and stuff like that. Tell me about your practice this week. How was it?
Good. That's the thing. Like Goddard week, you don't ever have any trouble with practice getting kids motivated.
Yeah.
Again, bragging rights are on the line, and the kids know what's on the line here tonight. And they had a good week of practice. Defensively, they're flying around the football, had good film sessions, and then offensively, we've just kind of doing what we're doing. So super happy with the way our kids prepared.
Yeah, absolutely. The student body, the assembly today was phenomenal. Blackout assembly. The kids are motivated. A lot of team spirit here at Roswell High School right now, and I know you're big on that. What do you think about today's assembly? Pretty good.
Yeah, it was good, man. It's always good. Coach Lujan and I forget the lady who's running our student council's name.
Miss Miranda. She actually made the transfer from Goddard to Roswell.
Yeah, she's doing a great job, and our student council. And that's the other thing. Like, guys like Rico Lujan and Adrian Barraza and Jesus Gutierrez, they're all. I think Jesus is the vice president of the student council, and Rico and Adrian are all involved in that. And so, we got some kids that play football, but they also do some other stuff in our student body, and I think that's great.
Yeah, kind of a big deal. I know we're going to focus on the Goddard Rockets tonight, but let's talk a little bit, since this is going to be the last interview. At least for a week is what we're guessing. I think you're probably going to end up getting, a bye one way or another. If you end up getting the 1 seed, doing some mathematical stuff here, 8 versus 9, that could be Deming or Mayfield. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think it could also be Los Alamos. I think it could also be Highland. You look at Highland. They're sitting in there. They're probably going to beat. It's not going to be Deming. Deming's going to be the 5 seed.
I think they're going to be either a 5 or 6 seed. But according to Max Preps right now, they're sitting currently at the 8 seed. Mayfield could end up being a 7 or 8, but it could end up being higher.
I think
as well.
Mayfield could end up being as low as 10.
You think so?
Just based on of course, nobody really knows what's going on.
Yeah.
Selection, but based on my amateur view and of how I break things down, I think, I think if Highland wins tonight, I think Highland slips ahead of. I don't know that Highland's a better football team than Mayfield, but I think with our seeding and selection, I think Highland probably slips past Mayfield into that 8-9 game, and they end up playing Los Alamos and Highland in that 8-9 game, and then Mayfield gets. But I don't know. But whatever.
Well, of course, you have all that 6 criteria. You're talking about the finish in regular season, head-to-head, wins against district champions, regardless of the classification. You have the overall record, Max Preps, and then you go into the input of the coaches poll. So, a lot of that has to do with it. You have that algorithm that we're always talking about, but you're exactly right. Nobody knows until Saturday. It's going to be Saturday night. Is that correct?
No, I guess they're having problems with Max Prep, so it's not going to be till Sunday morning.
Okay, so I'm glad you clarified that, because I was explaining to the community.
We were getting ready to have a watch party and
you're right,
and do all that, and then I don't know what's going on.
It kind of went south. Okay, so just for the listeners out there, so the the selection and seating committee will be sometime on Sunday due to some of the errors on Max Prep. So we'll get that figured out for you guys. So it's usually in the newspaper on Sunday mornings to get that done. But we'll keep you guys updated with that and stuff. So, Coach, I know you're ready to rock and roll. Any closing remarks before you get back in there with your team?
Hey, no, I just wanted to, one other thing that never get talked about is our band. We were able to go out Monday, or I think it was Tuesday. We went out Tuesday, and they had that all-band deal out at the Wool Bowl. And, man, if you haven't seen our band play, I mean, that's the first time I'd ever seen their halftime show, man. They're really good.
Yeah.
And Coach Gomez, or Dr. Gomez and his people are doing a good job with that. And so, that's another good thing we got going on at Roswell High. We got a great band, and, super excited about those guys. But, no, I mean, it's going to be a great night. The weather's going to be, we're going to finally have a little tinge of fall. It's going to be a little bit cooler, and kids are going to go around and fly around and have some fun. And, I just encourage the city of Roswell to get out, and whether you're blue or red, it doesn't really matter. Just get out and support these kids, because there's a lot of work that goes into this, not just for the football players, but for the band and the cheerleaders and the dancers and the choir who's selling concession. Like, this is a school-wide event, and I would ask the city of Roswell to get out and support it. So just fired up for the game, and let's go Coyotes.
Well, just in closing, from me to you, Coach, I just want to let you know something here. You and I have been friends for a very, very long time, and I'll tell you this year in and year out. I'm going to tell you again tonight. From me to you, I appreciate your professionalism. I appreciate you being the head coach of Roswell High School. I appreciate you doing whatever you do for our kids. I see you day in and day out, and a lot of times coaches don't get recognized. And I'm not just talking about you, Coach. I'm talking about you and the entire coaching staff at Roswell High School. And, well, to just be real honest with you, all coaches at Roswell High School have done a great, great job. But I think it's important for me as a former coach, as an administrator, to let you, and please pass this on to your coaches. I appreciate everything you have done for this community. And like I said, you're an awesome man. You're very humble. You're great for kids. And I want to wish you the best of luck.
Well, it's fun, and I appreciate you guys. I appreciate Ms. Mendoza and Mr. Sandoval, Mr. Gomez, Ms. Baca, all you guys do for it. An old coach told me a long time ago, they said, if your principal don't want to win football games, you ain't going to win football games.
Right.
And I just support, I really, we've had some great principals at Roswell High and great administration, and I sure appreciate all the support you guys have given us.
Yes, sir. Well, Coach, good luck tonight. We're going to get ready to rock and roll here. Thanks for listening and watching the Dion's pregame show on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVPTV.com. 1 versus 3 in 5A. It's ready to rock and roll. We'll see you here in just a bit.
Or several teeth? A dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin & Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin & Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin & Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
This October, Artesia General Hospital is here to help you take charge of your breast health. About 1 in 8 women in the U.S. will develop breast cancer. Understanding your family history and getting screened can help lower your risk and lead to early detection. They're pleased to offer advanced 3D mammography, providing increased early detection, more accurate results, and enhanced comfort. Don't wait. Request your mammogram today. Women over 40 don't need a physician's referral to schedule their annual screening. Visit artesiageneral.com/mammogram.
Wakefield Oil Company is a name you can rely on, with full service at the pump the way it used to be. You can expect service in just 15 seconds. They offer bulk fuel and oil services and even diesel exhaust fluid. Wakefield Oil Company will deliver to farms, ranches, dairies, the oil fields, and more with dependable service you can count on. So the next time you need service or delivery, go with the name that locals have trusted since 1983. Wakefield Oil Company, 311 South Virginia in Roswell. Let them earn your business.
My name is Damian Quesada. I am number 3. I'm a senior. I play middle linebacker. My parents are Dina Torres. I just play football. My favorite teacher is Miss Ingram. My favorite football team is the Broncos. And I love being Coyote because we're held to the higher standard.
My name is Ethan Herrera. I'm number 5. I'm a senior. I play linebacker and defensive tackle. My parent is Cynthia Baray. I'm involved with just football and track. My favorite teacher, I don't have one, just Miss Ortiz and Miss Ridge. And my favorite football team is the Baltimore Ravens. And I love being a Coyote because just the culture and community behind it, the pride, just everything about being a Coyote.
My name's Isaac Loya. I'm number 6. My position is safety. My mom is Elisa Loya. The other program I'm in is baseball. Swing the bat. And my favorite teacher is Ms. Ridge. Shout out Ms. Ridge, 5th period. I got some brothers in there. And my favorite part about being a Roswell High Coyote is that when we play Goddard, we never lose. Amen.
My name is Manny Fuentes. I'm number 8, and I'm the QB1 at Roswell High. My parents are Manny Fuentes Sr. and Jennifer Ramirez. I am also involved in basketball. My favorite teacher is probably Coach Fuller. My favorite football team is the Arizona Cardinals, and my favorite thing about being a Coyote is the tradition and the reputation that comes with it.
My name is Peyton Kennard. I'm number 9. I'm a senior at Roswell High School. I'm a running back and kicker. My parents are Dustin and Jennifer Kennard. I am also involved in student council. My favorite football team is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I love being a Coyote because it's a brotherhood.
Oasis Computers has been Roswell's trusted source for home and small business computers for over 30 years, and they continue to be your best resource for computer repairs, operating system upgrades, web root managed, antivirus, special orders, and more. Oasis Computers is now open from 8 to 1, Monday through Friday to better serve you. Service calls by appointments and after-hour appointments are available too. Stop by Oasis Computers at 1703 North Garden or call or text 575-625-9141 for even faster service.
Hey neighbors, there's a new source for all your appliance needs in the area. We're Roswell Appliance Outlet. We sell new minor scratch and dent appliances, and we'll help you save 40 to 60% off of MSRP. All come with warranty and personalized service. We also offer parts and service for your existing household appliances. We offer financing and delivery options as well. Don't make that big box store mistake. Come see us at Roswell Appliance Outlet today at 600 South Main in Roswell, or call 575-363-9236.
Roswell Appliance Outlet, a proud supporter of Roswell Sports.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Coyote Football on 106.5 Roswell Talk FM and KSVP TV.com. Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald live from the Wool Bowl as the number 1 ranked Roswell Coyotes will be taking on the crosstown rivals, the Goddard Rockets. Roswell coming in 1 overall in all classifications, and the Goddard Rockets ranked 3 in the 5A classification and ranked 19th overall in New Mexico. Should be an interesting night. The Roswell Coyotes coming in 9-0 overall, 2-0 in district, and the Goddard Rockets 6-3 overall, 1-1 in district. And here in just a moment, we're going to talk a little bit of scenarios because it could be interesting to see what happens.
Oh, well, it's going to be an interesting night. It always is when these two teams get together. No love lost, the crosstown rivalry and all that, but it's also important for both these teams. The Goddard Rockets are, looking to get the number 3 seed in the tournament. I think that's their goal here tonight. I don't think they have aspirations of going any higher than that. But they'd like to stay ahead of Piedra Vista probably and try to get that 3 seed. For the Roswell Coyotes, they're number 1 in the state, number 1 in the district, number 1 in 5A, all that. But they need to finish this regular season on a good note. And a lot of times you say Roswell and Goddard, you throw the records out the window, it's always close and all that. I'm not sure that's the case, but the Coyotes have something to play for other than just bragging rights.
No, you're exactly right. This morning I saw that, and I mean this in total respect, got the Roswell Daily Record this morning. I didn't read it. I know there was some information about the game today. Didn't even get to read it today, and the reason why is I was just, first of all, it's been kind of a busy week at Roswell High School, but nonetheless, I think that, this is an important game for Roswell, and I just really want to, put that emphasis here. During the pregame, Coach Lynn and I were discussing, yes, it is Roswell Goddard, but it's also another game. And, one of the things that we were emphasizing is it's not just a Roswell Goddard game, it's a community. And we want to make sure that we're all coming out here supporting both squads whatsoever. And just making sure that we're doing everything we can to, have an entertainment game for tonight.
Oh, yeah. You always hope for a good, close, competitive, well-played game. You always hope that there's no injuries and that, both teams compete with class, and that's what we're expecting. I mean, we expect it every time, our teams take the field, but yeah, this is always a big one for the community and for both schools.
Right, absolutely. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, compete with class, and let's see what happens here. Coach, I know before we start going into starting lineups and stuff, this is week 11 in New Mexico high school football. This is the last week of the second part of the season, as we call it. This is district play, last part of the game, or last part of the district contest here. But let's talk a little bit of football around the state, if you don't mind. We'll take just a couple of minutes. We're about 7 minutes or so before teams come out. But, right now, as we know, the Roswell Coyotes are taking on the Goddard Rockets right now. I'll give you the opportunity, since I went last week, I'll give you the opportunity to discuss your predictions.
Oh, score prediction. Go right to the score prediction. Okay, well, I'm going to this game in recent history has told us this is a low-scoring game,
right?
But that's not going to be the case tonight. I went with Roswell 42 and Goddard 7.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and
okay.
I came up with that several days ago, and I tried to think of a reason to talk myself out of one or both of those scores all, since then, and I just can't do it. I don't see a lot of success against this Roswell defense, and the way Manny Fuentes and Bryce Sanchez and those receivers are playing. Yeah, I like my 42-7 score. Now, interesting, I'll just throw this out before I go to yours.
Yeah, sure.
Joshua Grenay, a guy who runs the New Mexico Preps, I think he's an AD at St. Mike's, but he runs the New Mexico Preps website. He put the line on this game 49.5 points and predicted a 53-3 score.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Sorry, 56-6.
56-6. Well, that's very likely.
I mean,
and you know what? That that new poll there that kind of been reviewing a little bit. That's been pretty fun to watch and follow. So he's kind of been almost right on the money.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, he's knowledgeable and he doesn't let emotions get in the way. And he's got no dog in this fight down here. So I was surprised that the spread was that big.
Yep. Well, Coach, I'll tell you right now, the number 1 Roswell Coyotes taking on the number 3 Goddard Rockets in the 5A classification. Our scores are very similar. You and I do discuss this probably Tuesday or Wednesday of this week. My score is going to be 45-14. I'm going to tell you what, my prediction right now is that the Roswell Coyotes are going to come out in the first half and dominate. I think they're going to have 35 points within that first half. And I think it's going to be 35-0 in the first half. And then the second half, I think that Coach Lynn will potentially put some reserves in. And I want to make sure that we're clear on this. When I say reserves, that reserve group is still just as good as that Unit 1. Okay, but I do think that potentially there could end up being maybe a touchdown or two to make it 45-14, in my opinion. So it's going to be a very similar comments, very similar predictions as far as the 1 versus 3 game. Let's move on to Artesia real quick. Artesia beat Goddard last week 54-14 versus Mayfield this week. And I'm really going to take this that the Artesia Bulldogs are going to win that ball game. I want to say it 50-7.
50-7. Okay, I didn't really think of a score for that one, but you know what? I'll take the under on that, and I'll say it's going to be 46-7.
46-7.
Yep.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, real quick. PB will be taking on Highlands. PB will be taking on Belen at Belen. And then, of course, as we talked about, the Rockets taking on the Roswell Coyotes tonight. Number 5, Deming, will be at Gadsden. And then number 6, the Panthers, will be taking on Deming. And look at this. Here comes the Roswell Coyotes as they're on the court, escorted by the security guards. And look at the Roswell Coyotes, all white, red helmets, the traditional red helmets. And, boy, look at it. There's about 90 kids here for the Roswell Coyotes tonight. And that looks great as the crowd goes wild. Let's finish it up real quick. Valley Vikings, the number 7 seed, taking on Rio Rancho at Rio Rancho. Mayfield, again, is at Artesia. Number 9, Los Alamos, will be playing Del Norte. And then number 10, Highlands, will be at Miramaya tonight. So we'll keep you updated with scores throughout the state. Anything before we start starting lineups, Coach?
No, I'll add to my prediction, though. I'm going to predict 5 turnovers forced by the Roswell defense, and I'm going to predict 150-plus rushing yards for Bryce Sanchez.
Okay, sounds good. Let's go on. We'll get you, it is my understanding that the Goddard Rockets won the toss. It's my understanding they're going to defer to the second half, but we'll get confirmation of that here in just a moment. If that's the case, we're going to go ahead and talk about the offensive line for the Roswell Coyotes right off the bat. Number 51 is Javier Garcia, playing left tackle, stands at 5'10", 200-pound senior. And then the left guard tonight will be Jesus Gutierrez, 5'10", 200 pounds, and classified as a senior. The center tonight will be Rico Lujan, number 74, stands at 5'10", 225 pounds. Dylan King, number 52, will be playing right guard, 5'11", 230-pound senior. And then Adrian Barrazas, number 70, playing right tackle, stands at 6'2", 225 pounds. And then, of course, the wide receivers and tight end tonight will be Aljae Macias, will get the start, 5'10", 175-pound senior. And Malachi Mitchell, number 12, tight end position. They're saying 5'11", but we're going to give them credit for 6 foot this time and 180 pounds because they're gaining muscle quickly. And then the backfield tonight for the Roswell Coyotes will be number 9, Peyton Kennard, 5'10", 200-pound senior. Josh Estrada wearing number 13, 5'8", 175-pound senior. And, of course, number 22, Bryce Sanchez, at 5'10", 220-pound senior. And then a senior captain quarterback, number 8, Manny Fuentes, 5'10", 165-pound senior. And the defensive side of the ball for the Roswell Coyotes, we'll start out with the defensive end. Number 33 is Eli Lynn, stands at 6 foot, 210-pound senior. Will be playing right next to his brother, Noah Lynn, wearing number 71, 6'2", 245-pound junior. So the younger brother, a little bigger than the older brother. But Mason Greathouse stands at 6'3", 205-pound junior, wearing number 66. And then Aiden Rutley standing at 6'5.5", 220-pound junior, wearing number 40. And then Jeremiah Morial will also play the cornerback spot, 5'9", 160 pounds. And then Wes Gallegos will also be included in that category at 5'7", 165 pounds. Nothing but muscle with that young man. I want to make sure I emphasize that. And then, of course, in the safety issues, in the secondary will be Connor Nichols and Zy Carrasco. Carrasco standing at 6'2", 185-pound senior, wearing number 16, and Connors wearing 14, 5'11", 180-pound senior. Defense, as far as the linebacker is concerned, Sam linebacker is going to be Gage Gladue, number 53, 5'9", 170 pounds. Damien Quesada playing the Mike linebacker, 5'11", 190 pounds. And then Keegan Nichols will get the start at the will linebacker at 6 foot, 185 pounds. Those are the starting lineups offensively and defensively for the Coyotes. We will talk about the Goddard Rockets here in just a moment, as we do have a 2-deep chart on them as well. We'll get some starting lineups here in just a moment, but it looks like the Goddard Rockets, okay, so it looks like the Goddard Rockets did win the toss. They're going to defer to the second half. Roswell will be receiving. Okay, so Roswell will go from the north to the south side. It's ball game. Here it is. And it's going to be picked up by number 15 for the Roswell Coyotes. And that is going to be Jacob Cedillo. And he's going to be brought down about the 20-yard line. So it's going to be first down and 10 for the Roswell Coyotes. As I mentioned earlier, going north to south on your radio dial. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening and watching KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. We are your hosts tonight, Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald, here in Week 11 in New Mexico High School football, 1 versus 3. And it looks like Manny Fuentes, the senior captain quarterback, will be under center. He will be in pistol formation. And at the bottom of your screen will be 2 receivers down. And Manny Fuentes will hand it off right off the bat. No, he's going to fake it off, slip screen. And it's going to be passed to Damien. No, that's going to be Josh Estrada. I beg your pardon. So the Coyotes come out passing.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised there, but you never want to be predictable in this game. So
right. Okay, so they're going to say it's no yard, so it's going to bring up a second down and 10 from the 21-yard line. Right hash for the listeners on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Fuentes driving back to pass, and he's going to take a shot right off the bat, and he has a man open and just overthrows him just by a hair. And that's one thing I was noticing in pregame, man. He was just at the 50-yard line, as we all know, just not even setting up. He was just throwing the ball 50 yards in the air without even warming up.
Right. He's got that special arm. That in baseball they call it a live arm, but it's that quarterback arm in football. and he's just got it. And, you know, he can release it from about anywhere, doesn't have to have his feet set. And he'll need a pass here. They're going to go to your spread formation.
I love the spread formation. You have on top of your screen 3 receivers to the top, 2 to the bottom. Manny Fuentes dropping back to pass, looking to the left, in trouble, and a good block. And Fuentes is going to go up the middle, and that's going to be caught by number 11, A.B. Toscano, for a first down. And that guy right there, you know, and a lot of people think we're being facetious when we say that. He kind of has some tendencies of Patrick Mahomes. He really does.
Yeah, he does so well when he is forced from the pocket. And he showed it right there. And A.B. Toscano, not much of a window there. And a good catch by Toscano, but real nice throw. Look out.
Look at Bryce Sanchez at the 40, 35, and finally brought down about the 34-yard line. Now the Coyotes in Goddard Rocket territory. And I'm going to tell you right there, we said it before, we'll say it again. Manny Fuentes, Bryce Sanchez, potential candidates for Gatorade Player of the Year.
Yeah, you know, we've talked about that. I think they probably hurt each other's chances because they're on the same team, you know, and it's going to be, it'd be unusual, but both deserving candidates for sure.
Fuentes going to go to the flat area. It's going to be caught, and it's going to be positive yardage.
That's Palomino, huh?
Yeah, it is going to be Palomino. Going to be brought down about the 27, 28-yard line. So they're going to gain 6, so it's going to be 2nd down and 4 for the left hash now. Fuentes going back to the huddle, have a discussion with the rest of the team there. Let's see, he's in pistol formation. Sanchez right behind him. And quick pass, little dump over.
It's Kennard.
To Kennard.
About 9, I think.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Right about 9 yards. About the 21-yard line is what they're going to say. First down for the Roswell Coyotes. And I will say it's another Coyote first down.
Yeah, a good methodical drive here. A lot more pass than run, which is unusual, you know, right, and unpredictable, and I'm not surprised.
1st and 10 from the 21 right hash. Little motion from Kennard, and Bryce Sanchez on his feet. 10, 5. And he's going to step out of bounds about the 1-2 line. Coyotes threatening right off the bat here in quarter number 1. 0-0 is a score for the meantime. 9:25 left in this first quarter.
2 carries, 40 yards for Bryce Sanchez, so he's well on his way to that 150 plus that I said he would probably get tonight. But he's just such a threat back there. So hard to get down. He's got size. He's got speed. He's got moves, but honestly, he'd rather just run right over you.
And why would you not?
Yeah.
1st down and 3 from the 3-yard line. Let's go. Personnel's getting huddled up now. Let's see what Fuentes decides to do here. Looks like they're going to go into tight formation, and they do that, and it looks like they're going to call a timeout. Maybe too many men on the field, so I think that's a wise choice. Since that happened, we're going to call a timeout. We'll be right back. Thanks for listening and watching KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
The need to grow past our basic capabilities and experience the impossible will forever keep aviation technology evolving. Within the Aviation Maintenance Technology program at ENMU Roswell, students thrive knowing that the faculty and community are supporting their success. ENMU Roswell is dedicated to empowering students through hands-on skills training in a nurturing environment. To learn more, contact us today.
Welcome back to Coyote Football on KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. We are here on Friday, October 27th, 2023. Nice, beautiful night, I should say. A cool 65 degrees. Coyotes threatening 1st and 3. Tight formation here. Bryce Sanchez in the backfield. Motion it is. And the ball is going to be tossed over to the left side to Giovanni Apodaca. And I love it. This is exactly what Coach Lynn loves to do. Tries to go left here. He's going to work for the left side here. And then right here, there's a good chance that he's probably going to maybe go speed option or just give it right up the middle to Bryce Sanchez. But there is going to be a flag on the play, so let's see what the indication is.
And it's going to be a hold on the Roswell Coyotes. That's going to make it 1st and goal at the, well, depend on where they call the hold, but I'm guessing it's going to be at the 13. So that'll make it a little tougher, although we will replay 1st down. So the 1-yard run by Giovanni Apodaca never happened. And now a little more room for the passing game, potentially?
Read my mind. So,
I mean, I'm giving Bryce a chance somewhere in these 3 downs.
Well, you're exactly right. I kind of look like, let's see if they're going to do a play action here. If they're going to try to fake toss sweep, and there it is. Throw to the left side. Manny Fuentes in trouble, rolling out to the left side. He's going to throw it into the end zone. And it's going to be a touchdown, Coyotes.
I didn't see the receiver.
And we'll get you a number here in just a moment. That looks like that is number 12, and that's going to be Malachi Mitchell. And a great job by Manny Fuentes, throwing under pressure, throwing from the left side into the end zone. And let's see what Kennard does here. Malachi Mitchell with the touchdown. We see that, but Kennard, look at that shot right there. Coyotes lead 7-0 in the 1st quarter with 8:43 remaining. We'll be right back. You are listening and watching KSPPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Southwest Printers is a 3rd-generation printing company. From letterheads to business cards and all types of invitations, books, and magazines. Our dedicated staff care about your project and work to get it right the first time, every time. Southwest Printers' design team makes your art stand out above the rest. Our printing team will handle your project like it's the only one in the shop. Let us print your signs, banners, window lettering, event tickets, invitations, and much, much more. Remember, Southwest Printers. If you can think it, we can print it.
Find us fast in names and numbers.
Coyotes strike first here in quarter 1 with a 13-yard touchdown strike from Manny Fuentes to Malachi Mitchell. PAT is up and good. Coyotes lead 7-0. Thoughts, Coach, on the first drive for the Coyotes?
Well, a nice methodical drive. You know, they passed a little more than I thought they might, but everything was pretty well effective except the holding penalty. So, you know, that's just what we've been seeing from this offense. I do have an update from the Bulldog Bowl. It's Artesia 6, Mayfield 0, 9:45 left in the 1st quarter. And actually, as we speak, there's a defensive touchdown by Artesia. So,
all right, and there's going to be the kickoff, and let's see what the Roswell Coyote defense can do here. Let's see. Let's go. Let's talk about the starters here for the Goddard Rockets. We're just going to go starters in general. Number 4 will be the quarterback, Dominic Ramirez, the senior, followed by number 3, running back John Silva, also classified as a senior, and number 1 is Josiah Castillo, sophomore. Number 8, tight end, is Bruce Loya, Jr. And on the line, number 51 is Blaze Dean, senior. Number 50 is Luis Ortiz, left guard, senior. And then number 56 at center is Aiden Martin, senior. And number 72, right guard, is Jake Chavez, Jr. And number 69, playing right tackle, is Maddox Chavez, Jr. And number 2 is playing running back, Xavier Perez, Jr., but he's hurt, is what it says here. Okay, and some key subs for the Goddard Rockets is number 23, running back, is Zach Ariano, the sophomore, and then number 37 is Taylon Payne, sophomore. And you might see some action from number 10, wide receiver, Alberto Chavez, which is classified as a junior. And then number 11, wide receiver, is Wyatt Northcutt, the senior. And then you potentially could see number 85, and defensive end is Deshaun Young, is also a senior. Those are the starting lineups offensively for the Goddard Rockets. There's going to be a speed option real quick, and just like that, that's going to be given to John Silva. And that's, you know, John Silva is going to be very effective for the Goddard Rockets in this offense here for Coach White's team.
Yeah, he's the most dangerous weapon on this Goddard offense, and they'll do anything they can to get him the ball. And he had a pretty nice run there of about 6.5, 7 yards. But it is going to bring up a kind of quick 3rd down for Goddard here.
Right.
We'll see what they have here offensively. I'm thinking they're going to run, and they get right in the wishbone and under center.
Yeah, wishbone formation, 3rd and 3 from the 40, right hash. It is going to be a fumble, and looks like Goddard will recover it. The quarterback, once again, is Dominic Ramirez, the senior quarterback. It's going to bring up a 4th down and maybe about 5 yards or so.
Yeah, and they've had a little trouble in that area. They had 3 fumbles, 3 interceptions against Artesia. Just having a little trouble holding on to the football. And with Ramirez coming to the sideline, looks like it's going to be a punt situation now. Got to watch this right here, because if it's Northcutt back there, they're likely going to punt. If it's Silva back there, look out.
Look out. Okay, so 4th and 4 from the 39 right hash. Goddard Rockets are in punt formation.
It is Northcutt.
And Northcutt is about the 26-yard line, so let's see what happens here. They will punt it. It is a nice punt.
Yeah, a real nice punt.
And Zy Carrasco will receive it, and I'm not sure if Zy touched it. He does pick it up nonetheless. He's still on his feet, and it's going to be forward progress, so it looks like Carrasco will be brought down about the 24-yard line.
Yeah, so I'm thinking Zy must have touched that initially. Otherwise, he probably just going to let it go. But he went after it, scooped it up, and managed to get 10 yards out of the return. And Coyotes will be at their own 25. So.
Yeah, 1st and 25. Kyle's going to say, we'll call it the right hash. It is 7-0. Coyotes do lead here in quarter 1 with 6:13 remaining. There's going to be a toss over to the left side. And positive yardage for the Roswell Coyotes once again.
Yeah, about 8 for Bryce on that one. That's his worst run of the day so far. 8 yards.
Yeah, and then, of course, after this play, we'll talk a little Goddard defense here and some of the starting rotations and substitutions as well. It looks like it's going to be handed off once again to Bryce Sanchez on his feet, midfield. And finally going to step out of bounds about the 40-yard line. And so the front line for the Goddard Rockets, number 85 is Deshaun Young, the senior, 6 foot, 190 pounds. And then number 50, playing left tackle, is Luis Ortiz, 5'9", 215 pounds, wearing number 50. And then George Garcia, along with Daniel Moreno, is playing right tackle. And then Bruce Loya will be the end. And then Manny Fuentes right here is just going to dump it out to the flat area on the right side. And that's going to be to number 30. That's going to be Giovanni Apodaca. The linebackers for the Goddard Rockets, Nathan Reed Jr. along with Sebastian Bills. We'll probably be seeing some rotation there along with Mike linebacker Talon Payne, and then Dylan Kermode will also be involved in the defense category as far as the linebackers are concerned. It's going to be 2nd down and 10 from the 41. 7-0 is the score in favor of the Roswell Coyotes. Right hash it is. 5 minutes approaching. It is Manny Fuentes. Going to hand it off again. No, he decides to go ahead and dump it over to the left side flat. He does have Giovanni Apodaca open once again on his feet and still struggling, and finally brought down about the 19-yard line. A great dump by Manny Fuentes and a great catch by Giovanni Apodaca. Cornerbacks for the Goddard Rockets real quick is Gary Roybal, and then also the strong safeties Albert Cruz, along with Wyatt Northcutt and Josiah Castillo. Those are the starters for the Goddard Rockets thus far. It is going to be 1st and 10 from the 20. 4:47 left here in the first quarter. It's Manny Fuentes. And here it is, pistol formation. And he's going to hand it off. No, he's going to go back again, dump it off. And finally, he's going to bring it down about the 15-yard line.
Yeah, a nice tackle made there after just about a 4-yard reception from Peyton Kennard. But looks like throwing the ball all over the field, throwing it deep to start off the game. He's throwing these check downs, and he's thrown into the middle, so kind of all over the place, which is a good thing.
All right, it's going to be 2nd down and 6 from the 16. The clock continues to run. 4:11 left in quarter 1. 7-0 in favor of the Coyotes. Right hash, Manny Fuentes will hand it off to Sanchez. Sanchez on his feet, and we'll have just a couple 3 yards here on this carry, but it will be positive yardage, and see if Jeff Lynn and the Roswell Coyotes will go for it. I beg your pardon, it's only 3rd down, so it's 3rd and 3.
Yeah, I'm guessing they do.
I'm sure they will.
Another methodical drive, good balance, pass and run. More updates from the Bulldog Bowl already. 15-0 now. 6:43 left in the first quarter, so Artesia jumping all over the Trojans down the road.
All right, it's going to be Fuentes now. He's going to go ahead and put Estrada in motion, and Estrada does have it on the go-around, and finally brought down about the 9-yard line. It will be a 1st down for the Roswell Coyotes, so the Coyotes will have 4 opportunities to get in the end zone inside the 10-yard line. 7-0 if you're just now tuning in to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVPTV.com.
Yeah, that's that little, technically a pass.
Yep.
It's basically a
little shovel, kind of.
Yeah. It's kind of like a jet sweep. But,
jet sweep.
And he's been effective with that. Picks up the first down. And now a 1st and goal.
Yeah, L.J. Macias at the bottom of your screen. There's going to be that toss again to Bryce Sanchez on his feet on the 5 and falls down about the 2-yard line. So the Roswell Coyotes threatening here in Week 11 in New Mexico High School football. The Roswell Coyotes in this game are the visiting team. So the Roswell Coyotes are on the east side of the field this evening as the Goddard Rockets are the home team. And keep on saying the visitors, but the home team is on the west side here. So it's 2nd down and 3 from the 3. Let's see if Fuentes will decide to hand that off to Bryce Sanchez again, and he does. But the front line of the Goddard Rockets hold Sanchez.
Yeah, it's going to be a loss of 2. And that was a nice job by the Goddard defense up front that time. It's going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 5. And it's just been all Roswell Coyotes here in the beginning. Goddard with no answers for them offensively or defensively. I mean, they had a 3-and-out when the offense was on the field, and 2 long, methodical drives by the Coyotes.
Yeah, this is the 2nd drive for the Roswell Coyotes. Manny Fuentes is going to go ahead and fake the toss and decide to dump it into the end zone. And I believe that's going to be Peyton Kennard. Kennard in for the touchdown for the Roswell Coyotes. Touchdown, Coyotes. It is now 13-0. And let's see if Peyton Kennard will decide to kick the PAT here to make it an even 7 points for that young man.
And I almost said, why is Manny Fuentes jogging over to the visitor sideline? And I forget that we're the visitors. You certainly wouldn't know it from the crowd. I would say there's probably twice as many Coyote fans here.
You're going to give Manny 5 yards?
5.
Yeah, okay.
Correct.
All right, the PAT is up and good. Plenty of distance. Coyotes do lead 14-0 here in quarter 1. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Thanks for listening and watching Coyote Football on 106.5, Roswell Talk FM, and KSVPTV.com.
The Fergalicious boys can keep you hot this winter. Fergalicious. Oh yeah, it's getting cold out there, and Fergus Plumbing and Heating has what you need to keep things hot in your home. They can come by and winterize your pipes and check your insulation, and you know they'll do it with nothing but love. Oh yeah, baby. Call the Fergalicious boys at Fergus Plumbing and Heating at 622-2660. When you need it hot, Fergus is on the job. Fergalicious.
Welcome back to Coyote Football as the Roswell Coyotes strike once again on a 5-yard touchdown strike from Manny Fuentes to Peyton Kennard. And, of course, the extra point by Kennard is up and good. 14-0, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, and quickly. You've had 9 runs and you've had 11 passes, so that's pretty good balance. Manny missed on his 2nd pass of the game, which was a deep shot, but he's been perfect since then. 2 touchdowns, 87 yards, 10 of 11. Bryce Sanchez, 7 carries for 83 yards already, and that's as good a start as you could hope for the Roswell Coyotes.
All right, here's the kick, and looks like they're going to have a penalty. They're trying the onside kick, and looks like Connor Nichols is kind of upset with himself for some reason. Might be offsides.
Well, I'm not sure why they stopped the play if it's offsides. It's, motion or formation.
Yeah, formation, yeah.
So I doubt they'll try it from the 35, but you never know.
Well, Week 11 in high school football, you just never know. You're exactly right. But I agree with you. I think more of a...
Well, they might try that very difficult onside kick where you drill the guy and it bounces clear back behind you.
Oh, yeah, I'm telling you, that was what was that against?
It seems like it was recently.
Yeah.
We give our producer a hard time here as we have the one and only Gene Dow behind us running the show.
Yeah, I'm really proud of Mr. Gene Dow right now wearing that nice Roswell Coyote shirt.
I know.
He's sporting it right here.
It looks so good in red.
But, of course, he's still wearing that lanyard with that orange on it. So.
Oh, and here's a chance for the leg.
Look at this. Oh, he's going to have to take it from the 1. That is going to be John Silva.
That ball checked up inside the 5. And he's run out of bounds at the 10.
Look at the pursuit angle of the Roswell Coyotes. You can't ask for a better kick than that?
Boy, that was just perfect. And, you know, they had a similar thing happen to them against Artesia on film. They had a ball check up right before it goes into the end zone. That's, boy, kind of when it rains it pours situation.
Well, I'll definitely take that kick rather than that onside. I mean, of course, the onside would have worked if they would have received it, but gosh darn it, man, that was really a nice kick there.
Yeah, now you got the Goddard offense backed up in their own 11. And depending on how aggressive Coach Bolaños wants to be here, you know, I'm thinking a run. Here's the bone.
All right, there's going to be Ramirez.
Oh, my goodness.
Look at the Coyotes as they just rush that A gap defensively.
And my goodness, Mason Greathouse, he was in there. Perfect timing. That's a 5-yard loss.
All right, Ramirez getting some direction from White. Okay, as they approach the line of scrimmage, the Goddard Rockets will be in bone formation once again. Looks like number 11, Wyatt Northcutt, will be at the top of your screen for the Goddard Rockets.
Another
fumble.
Fumble on the exchange, and that's going to go down as a sack for somebody. I think I'm going to give it to number 40, Aiden Rutley, tackle for loss there. But that was because of the exchange and kind of a generous 2-yard loss there on the spot.
Yeah, 14-0. Goddard Rockets now 3rd down and some distance.
And I tell you what I like here. I like a quick kick. I mean, you can even pitch it to Silva and let him kick it on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, yeah, you could.
Because, you know, you might get a good roll and maybe, you know, get half the field in field position.
Well, definitely don't want prevent the safety here, but they're going to go ahead and pass from the end zone. And Ramirez is going to have it picked up. Oh! Possibly it was in and out of the hands.
Oh, that's Greathouse almost came up with it on the second carom.
Oh, wow. Well, here's the thing we were talking about. Now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
That was nearly a pick six.
Well,
I mean, very close.
It could have been. But now, if you were Coach if you were Coach Bolaños, do you bring the house here a 4th and long?
I think absolutely you do, because you're almost guaranteed great field position. I mean, you've got Castillo standing at the Goddard 40, so a good kick is going to get only to the Goddard 40, and they better get off the field here.
Yeah, Northcutt is at the end of the Roswell Coyote end zone. And let's see, they're going to bring the house. It's going to be the kick is going to be off.
Castillo will pick it up, and he will advance it.
It's going to be returnable. And that's going to end the quarter as the Roswell Coyotes lead 14-0. We're going to take a break. Thanks for listening and watching Coyote Football on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVPTV.com. Welcome back to the Wool Bowl here in Roswell, New Mexico, as the Roswell Coyotes lead 14-0 after 1. Kyle still holding on to that number 1 ranking in the state of New Mexico in all classifications. And the Goddard Rockets taking on the 3rd ranking in the 5A classification and 19th overall.
Well, and the Coyotes are definitely playing like it. Already up 14-0, and they've got the ball starting the drive on the 34-yard line of the Rockets, and that's trouble. That's a lot to ask of this Rocket defense, the way Manny Fuentes is playing and the rest of this Coyote offense.
All right, speaking of Manny Fuentes, he is in pistol formation, 1st and 10 from the 34 left hash, and it's going to be just giving it around here to Malachi Mitchell. There is going to be a flag about the 37-yard line.
Yeah, that's almost for sure got to be on Roswell.
Well,
hold, a block in the back. something like that.
More than likely, probably going to be a hold on the Coyotes, but let's see what the indication is.
They are backing up. So here's the indication.
It is going to be a hold.
I don't know why I had to talk that long about just your garden variety holding penalty, but they do, and it's out to the 44 and 1st and 20. But, you know, nothing. This is the only thing that stopped the Roswell Coyote offense tonight is the 2 penalties.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I shouldn't say stopped. It's only slowed them down to this point. I mean,
I like the way you put that. Hasn't stopped. And this is the 3rd drive of the game for the Coyotes. Has scored in the first 2 drives. Fuentes is going to be 1st and 20, dropping back to pass about the 47-yard line. He's going to take a shot to the end zone, and that's going to be pass interference with no doubt. And that was going to be on Christian Andrade.
Yeah, and Mitchell was going to have a touchdown. I mean, he had come back to get that underthrown ball, and he was going to catch it and basically just fall in the end zone. So it's not a terrible penalty, to be honest.
No, and actually that's probably a smart move on Andrade. Is that how you pronounce it? Andrade?
Andrade or Andrade.
Yeah, Andrade is what I'm guessing. So, no, I think that was a wise choice.
Well, I tell you what, it's a really wise choice in high school football because it's not a spot foul. It's a 15-yard penalty. So it might not even be a first down, or it might be an automatic first down. I think it's going to be 2nd and 5. 1st and 5.
Yeah, it is going to be 1st and 5. So a chain gang.
Yeah, they want to move, but they shouldn't.
Yeah, do not move. So it's going to be 1st and about 5 yards.
So a great play.
Absolutely.
Defensively, because it was going to be a touchdown.
There's going to be the toss over to Sanchez now. Sanchez on his feet and making room. And there's going to be a flag on the play once again from the White Hat. And it's going to be on the Coyotes because
Coach Lynn is not happy.
Yeah.
So that play never happened. It negates about a 15-yard run from Bryce Sanchez, and the visiting crowd letting the officials hear about it, and Coach Lynn doing the same, holding. So we're going to go 1st and 15. So this will be our 3rd first down play of this drive, of this set of downs. Another update from the Bulldog Bowl. 3:34 remaining in the first quarter, and it's already 29-0. Artesia, something tells me they can't wait to get another shot at the Roswell Coyotes.
Well, I have to agree with you, Coach. I think the next time that, if that were to occur, it will be in the Bulldog Bowl,
Indeed.
and that will be the last week of the season. And so, and that's going to be Thanksgiving week. Yeah, that's correct. So, no, that's well, believe it or not, that's just weeks away. So. It is going to be a penalty on the Roswell Coyotes. It's only going to be 5-yard penalty.
But why is it the chains are wrong?
Yeah, that's absolutely wrong.
Should be 1st and 15. But we'll take it.
Okay, so it's they're saying 1st and 5. All right, Fuentes driving back to pass. There's going to be a quick screen. And that's going to be to Manny Segala. Segala will have another first down for the Roswell Coyotes in the middle part of the field. Just love the dump pass there. And Segala kind of gives up a little limping. He's going to be okay, but he says, no, I'm fine. Oh, no, he's going to go out real quick, just take a quick breather, make sure his shoestring is tied.
15-yard completion for the first down. Fuentes to Segala.
All right, so here comes the Roswell Coyotes again. 1st and 10 from the 16, middle part of the field. And there's going to be a speed option. Fuentes decided to take it himself. And he is going to be hit hard by number 79. That's going to be Hunter Bishop.
Yeah, paid the price for trying to extend that play. It will be just a 1-yard loss in the scorebook, but let's hope Manny didn't hurt himself on that one, because that was a big hit.
Well, it sure was, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 now. Fuentes appears to be okay. So it looks like you have 2 wide receivers down at the bottom of your screen.
Actually, that's a positive 1 yard there.
Okay. All right, Fuentes dropping back. Going to try up the middle. off the hands. Actually, I should say off the chest.
Oh, my goodness.
Good read by Fuentes.
And, Coach, we haven't had that all year. That is a straight-up drop in the end zone, and it looks like AB, huh?
Yeah, it appears to be, and he's eating himself over right now.
He's sick about it.
Well, is it AB? I think it's, you know what, it might be Giovanni Apodaca.
Well, that's the first drop like that I remember all year, certainly in the end zone.
Went to the second level there. Here comes Fuentes once again. Has some time. In trouble, though. Escapes trouble. Rolling out to the left side. He's going to throw into the end zone. Just short, but it's going to be caught by Malachi Mitchell, I believe. And that's going to be, no, I beg your pardon, that's going to be L.J. Macias.
14-yard completion to Macias, and this is what we've been seeing Manny do for the last month or so, especially. How he avoids that rush and then makes a play. Like you said, it's kind of Mahomes-esque, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. All right, it's going to be 1st and 3 from the 3. Kyle's threatening once again in Goddard Rocket territory. Fuentes under center. And Kennard.
Nowhere.
Yeah. We're just getting something set up here. I don't know if the Roswell Coyotes will go into a tight set here, as they will, or if they go into a NASCAR set, as I say, but they're not. They're going to go back and huddle up.
Yeah, that didn't seem to develop very well, that play. Maybe they figured they were going to key on Bryce and give it to Peyton there, but 3 more downs to score. So.
L.J. Macias, top of your screen here. You got a trio set here in the bottom, tight. Fuentes, no, that's going to be Kennard. Another touchdown for the Coyotes. Is that Keegan Nichols?
Oh, my goodness.
Keegan Nichols.
Keegan Nichols.
Well, guess what happened? It wasn't Fuentes this time. It was Kennard that drew the snap, threw the ball, ricochet, and into the hands of number 7, Keegan Nichols. Touchdown, Coyotes.
Boy, you want to talk about going deep into your bag of tricks. Now, remember, Kennard
was a quarterback.
He was a quarterback.
Or is a quarterback. Well, look at Kennard there. Kind of maybe hit the hands of somebody, but it was good. So the Coyotes do now lead. Let me rephrase that. Extend their lead 21-0 with 9:17 left in the first half. We're going to take a break. You're listening and watching Coyote football on 106.5, Roswell Talk FM, and KSVPTV.com.
The need to grow past our basic capabilities and experience the impossible will forever keep aviation technology evolving. Within the Aviation Maintenance Technology program at ENMU Roswell, students thrive knowing that the faculty and community are supporting their success. ENMU Roswell is dedicated to empowering students through hands-on skills training in a nurturing environment. To learn more, contact us today.
Right, welcome back to Coyote football. You are watching KSVPTV.com and listening to 106.5 Roswell Talk FM. This time round, on the third drive, it was number 9, Kennard, 3-yard touchdown pass to number 7, Keegan Nichols.
And was that a direct snap to Kennard?
It was a direct snap.
Okay.
So that was the third drive for the Coyotes, and 3 scores.
Yeah, that's the advantage of having a quarterback playing fullback for you.
Well, there's a lot of these athletes that can play and throw, run, hit. Oh, I thought that almost touched Silva's hand there, but it looked like
it did, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it went into the end zone.
Yeah. So it will be a touchback, and that will be the 18th, I think, touchback of the season for Kennard. So he's doing everything but selling popcorn right now. He's throwing touchdowns. He's running the football. He's kicking extra points, and he's getting touchbacks on the kickoff.
Yeah, speaking of popcorn, well, we didn't have any popcorn for dinner, but we did have Peter Piper Pizza, you and I, for dinner, along with our producer, Mr. Gene Dow. He had the sliders,
yeah.
Which he definitely enjoyed. So, all right, it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Goddard Rockets right hash.
Goddard.
And that's Silva.
Yeah.
Now it's a direct snap. And Silva is going to gain maybe 1 or 2 yards.
Yeah, not much there. Good pursuit by the Coyotes. And, you know, that's one of the problems for Goddard today is, you know, they've had some success getting the ball to the outside, especially with Silva this year. But the Roswell defense is just so fast. I mean, if it takes time for your play to develop, you're probably in trouble against this defense. Now, they try something different, direct snap to Silva there. Let's see if, you know, I don't think he's going to be taking a bunch of snaps. I think they'll go back
to the original wishbone, and let's see what happens here. But, yeah, John Silva did get 1 yard on that direct snap. 2nd and 9 from the 21 left hash.
Yeah, they are sticking with Silva, direct snapping it to him. I'm looking on the sideline down here for number 4. I don't see him. Yeah, there he is. He's standing right there next to Coach.
Might have a
and Harry comes back in. So
count on the ground a little bit. Looks like that was number 53. That's Gage. Glad you.
Yeah, Gage starting for Vernon Molinar today, so they'll have to go
to the tent.
Well, they'll have to go deep into the bench to replace him. He's already the replacement, so this will kind of be the third man up playing that Sam linebacker position.
Well, he's going to be okay. He's walking on his own, but, you know, the best trainer in America is going to go to the tent and make sure that's going to be okay and affirmative. So, all right, 3rd and 5 now. There's going to be a toss.
Oh!
And Silva hit hard.
I did not see who made that hit, but...
Well, I thought that was Quesada.
It'll be whoever's jumping up and down like a madman here. Thought it was Quesada?
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
We'll give him credit for it. But, yeah, knocked him backwards. So yet another 3 and out for this Goddard offense.
Yeah, I tell you what, you know, the Roswell Coyotes defensively doing a really good job on Keon Silva thus far. It looks like
well, it's a good game plan.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
He's their best player.
Sure.
He's their best player offensively, certainly, and tremendous athlete. And you know they've used him well and often this year. But when you can key on a guy like that and neutralize him, that it just makes it easier for your defense.
Well, I wonder if that is going to be returnable here for the Roswell Coyotes.
Too short to be returnable.
Yeah, too short, and the Coyotes are going to take over about the 49-yard line, but I'm kind of curious to find out if Dominic Ramirez is okay. If
he did go back in.
He did go in, okay.
Yeah. So I think they were just trying something else, you know, trying to maybe speed their plays up by eliminating the exchange between the quarterback and Silva, or, you know, who knows what the thinking is there. But, all right, another update from the Bulldog Bowl where I think this game will be over at halftime. It's 36-0. Mayfield does have the ball, and they are in Artesia territory.
Yeah, okay, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Roswell Coyotes, and they're going to call it midfield exactly. Fuentes will hand it off to Sanchez. Sanchez trying to find some running room, and he will just gain about 2 yards, so it's going to be 2nd and 8. Coyotes will continue working on that right hash, and it appears that tendency has been effective for the Roswell Coyotes.
Yeah, I think it has, and, you know, they've basically been able, just except for the penalties. The penalties have been a problem here in the first half for Roswell, but that's been the only problem. I mean, they pretty much had their way. So we got a personal foul, face mask against Goddard. So this will be a 15-yard penalty and be a 1st down at the 35. 7:34 remaining here in the first half. We're in the second quarter, 21-0 your score with the Coyotes on top. And you know, there's still some seats available if you want to get out to the game, see some football.
Yeah.
On the west side, anyway.
Beautiful night, 63 degrees, a light breeze, northeast, and that's going to be a little toss over once again to Bryce Sanchez for positive yardage. And
can you give him right at 5?
Yeah, I think. 4 or 5 for sure.
So Bryce approaching 100 yards here in the first half. He's sitting at 90 right now, 9 carries for 90 yards. Even I can do that math, partner.
That's pretty,
that's 10 yards a carry.
Yeah, okay, there you go. Not bad for an English teacher.
That's pretty good stuff.
Okay, Fuentes is going to go back to the flat area, and he has Estrada open, and looks like Estrada will step out of bounds.
Yeah, it's going to be a 1st down at the 24. 6-yard reception for Estrada, right?
Yeah, 6 yards. It looks like, I'm just looking at the defense for the Goddard Rockets. It looks like Wyatt Northcutt kind of, I don't want to say shaken up, but he
got up slow, maybe?
Got up a little slow, that's correct. And appears to be okay. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Coyotes, working for the left hash this time. It's going to be a ride and read, and Sanchez with the ball once again.
Yeah, good job by Freddie Nasrallah right there. Just a sophomore, made a nice tackle on Bryce Sanchez before he could get too far down the field. Really just 1 yard. I can only give him on that one. So young man making a good tackle there, but I tell you what, I don't know what they're going to do to slow down this offense.
21-0 is the score here. We're in the second quarter with 6:17 left in the first half. Kyle's still working from the left hash. From the 23-yard line, Kyle's in Goddard territory. Pistol formation, two-man wide receivers over there. There's going to be the toss over to Sanchez. Sanchez from the 20, 15, and finally brought down about the 14-yard line. And once again, that young man continues to get stronger as the game produces.
Yeah, that's 9.5 yards, and that will put him at 11 carries and 100 yards.
In the first half.
In the first half with still almost 6 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a quick shout out to Mr. Robert Johnson that he is also listening. And can't wait to see that guy coming back here real soon. And then shout out to all the tailgaters out there having a good time listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. 1st and 10. It's going to be handed off once again.
It's Cloud.
And Cloud will be brought down inside the 5-yard line. 5:26 remaining in the first half. Clock continues to run. 21-0.
They're going to say first down, so 10 yards on the carry for Cloud.
Kyle's threatening once again. It looks like number 18, L.J. Macias, will be at the top of your screen. He decides to go back to the left side, so he will be on the bottom part of your screen.
Got Estrada in the slot.
Estrada in the slot, and here comes Fuentes once again. Oh. And it might be a hold on the Coyotes.
It might be a face mask on Goddard.
Well, is that Cloud once again?
It was Cloud. Cloud carried with the second effort. Boy, they didn't give him much of a spot there, did they?
Well, Cloud bounced off. I couldn't tell. That might have been that left tackle. It might have been Luis Ortiz.
Well, the play is not going to count. Well,
no, they are. You're right. It's going to be a face mask, so it will be half the distance of the goal.
It's going to wind up being a 2-yard penalty and 1st and goal at the 2.
Well, to see what Cloud did, he bounced off, and I think, like I said, I think it was Ortiz. He went back 5 yards and came back and
shot a gap in there.
Yeah, shot that A gap is what I call it, or that left side of the defense there. So it's going to be 1st and about 2 yards. Fuentes back in pistol formation. Let's see if he goes speed option. He decides to throw it, and that one's going to be batted down.
Yeah, and it was going to be a touchdown for Kennard.
Yeah,
but a good play knocking that ball down.
Deshaun Young for Goddard.
Just the 3rd incompletion for Manny Fuentes, and one was a drop of a touchdown pass. One of those incompletions.
Okay, let's see what Lynn and the Roswell Coyotes do here on 2nd and 2 from the 2-yard line.
Well, a really good play, because I really bought the fake to Cloud, and Kennard was going to be all by himself, but ball knocked down.
Fuentes will give it to Bryce Sanchez, and it looks like the Coyotes back in for 6 more. Touchdown, Bryce Sanchez. And the Coyotes are back on the board. The score now is 27-0. So number 22, Bryce Sanchez, in from 2 yards out. And Kennard set to kick the extra point. Indication is good. All right, Coyotes now lead 28-0 with 4:30 remaining in this first half. We're going to take a break. You're listening to Coyote Football on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVPTV.com.
Southwest Printers is a third-generation printing company. From letterheads to business cards and all types of invitations, books, and magazines. Our dedicated staff care about your project and work to get it right the first time, every time. Southwest Printers' design team makes your art stand out above the rest. Our printing team will handle your project like it's the only one in the shop. Let us print your signs, banners, window lettering, event tickets, invitations, and much, much more. Remember, Southwest Printers. If you can think it, we can print it.
Find us fast in names and numbers.
right, welcome back to Coyote football. Bryce Sanchez, over 100 yards in this first half. Let's put it this way, 100-plus yards, scores from 2 yards out, and the extra point by Kennard is up and good. Coyotes extend their lead by 28.
Yeah, it looks like the Rockets are maybe expecting onside here. We'll see if that affects the run back if they don't kick it short.
Well, they're going to go to the side, kick it deep. Yeah, it is going to be returnable.
Kind of a pop-up.
Yeah, kind of. That's going to be Silva. Silva's still on his feet. And
yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah, he's real good. Finally brought down about the 37-yard line, so nice return by John Silva. Well, so it's a first down on the return.
Yeah, yeah, it's not
another first down, but it's a first down on the return.
Well, and speaking of first downs, the Goddard offense doesn't have one yet, and you know, what can you say about the Roswell defense? I mean, they've only played 9 plays.
Yeah,
I mean, they've been unstoppable.
Well, spectacular. I'll tell you what. 1st and 10 now for Goddard. It's going to be handed off, and it looks like Ramirez back in at the position of quarterback as he trots over to have a discussion with his head coach.
Yeah, trying to get credit for somebody on the tackle, but I couldn't see it in the pile there. We'll bring up that's pretty good game for Goddard today. Gain of 3, maybe 4.
All right, the bottom of your screen will be Gary Roybal. It's going to be a quick option here to John Silva once again. Good run, and Silva loses the ball.
Yeah, but I think he got a first down first. It's going to be the first down of the game. No, now wait a minute.
Well, are they going to say he lost the ball beforehand?
Yeah, they're going to say first down.
Okay, so that will be the first down of the game for Goddard.
Yeah, and I thought I wasn't sure Silva was aware of Morial, the cornerback, and I thought he might have a chance to get him close to the line of scrimmage, but Silva's really hard to get down.
Yes, he is. 1st and 10 for Goddard from the 48-yard line, wishbone, and that's going to be a counter play there, and that's going to be handed off for positive yardage, and it looks like
Nathan Reed?
Yeah. That's exactly,
20,
yep.
27?
That's a little about the 46-yard line or so. It's going to bring up a second down and about 4.
The clock's running.
And you do have a running clock in Artesia. Is it 36? Is that what it says there?
36, yeah. Okay.
All right, wishbone formation for Goddard. There's a snap.
Oh, and there's Silva.
Silva now is going to be brought down about the 26-yard line. It looks like Silva might be hurt.
Oh, they're yelling for the trainer to come out, and he is hurt. He is in a lot of pain because that is a tough young man right there.
Yeah, let's take a break. We'll be right back. You are listening and watching KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
The Fergalicious Boys can keep you hot this winter. Fergalicious. Oh yeah, it's getting cold out there, and Fergus Plumbing and Heating has what you need to keep things hot in your home. They can come by and winterize your pipes and check your insulation, and you know they'll do it with nothing but love. Oh yeah, baby. Call the Fergalicious Boys at Fergus Plumbing and Heating at 622-2660. When you need it hot, Fergus is on the job. Fergalicious.
All right, welcome back to Coyote football. We're here at the Wool Bowl. 28-0 is a score, but there's an injury timeout. It looks like John Silva is still on the ground.
Yeah, being attended to. And just hate to see it. Hate to see it for anybody, but, you know, for those of us who know that young man, it's even harder. He's a really, really nice, respectful kid. I've known him since he was pretty little. And God, just hate to see that.
Yeah, it looks like it might be it appears to be his right leg. I don't know if it's an ankle or a knee. Maybe it looks like a knee.
Yeah, couldn't get off the field on his own. And not luckily, but at least it's a lower body injury. You know, it's not anything up near the head or anything like that where you need a stretcher.
Yeah, most importantly, I know what you mean. You don't want to see anybody hurt, and so best of luck to John Silva.
Yeah, thoughts are with Johnny right now.
Okay, it's going to be 1st and 10 for Goddard from the 23-yard line. They are in Coyote territory. It's going to be just a toss, speed option, I should say, to number 27 again, Nathan Reed.
Yeah, and Zy Carrasco was all over that, and he's going to get a near tackle for loss. Guess they're going to give him. It will be a tackle for loss. Third of the game for the Coyotes. Yeah, that's first drive of the game where the Goddard offense has had any success. But now they're facing 2nd and 11 with their best player being attended to on the sideline.
Yeah, just surrounded by paramedics there. Again, as you mentioned, it's the bottom part of his body. It appears to be a knee injury. 2nd down and 11 for the Goddard Rockets. Coyotes do. Oh, there's going to be trouble. There's going to be a little dump to number 27, Nathan Reed. Once again, he might be close to a first down. He might be short, huh?
Yeah, he's a little short. Going to be about a yard short, so it's going to bring up a 3rd and 1 or 2. Jacob Palomino, who honestly doesn't start either way, but plays about half the time on offense, half the time on defense, just kind of using that athleticism. Makes a nice tackle there.
All right, 3rd and 2 from the 15. Right hash. Goddard is working there, and that's going to be Dominic Ramirez. He will have the first down, and a little bit more than that, too. He's going to have positive yardage here, so good run for Dominic Ramirez. And there's going to be a timeout
called by Goddard.
All right, we'll take one, too. We'll be right back. You're listening to Coyote Football on KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell Stock FM.
That's what we're about.
All right, we are back.
We're just chatting.
Yeah.
We sometimes kind of forget that we're on the air. So
yeah, kind of that too, but that's okay. It's 28-0 as the Roswell Coyotes do lead, but it's going to be 1st and 9 for the Goddard Rockets as the Rockets are in Coyote territory. Looks like Gary Roybal will be on the top of your screen, along with Alberto Chavez. Here's Ramirez. He's going to throw a quick pass, and that was almost deflected.
Yeah, might have got a hand in there.
It might have, yeah.
But not really an open receiver there. Ramirez throws it where only his guy can get it, but his guy just couldn't get it.
So incomplete. 2nd and 9 now. Let's see, looks like you have number 3 for the Roswell Coyotes. Damon Quesada is talking with Coach Bolaños, communicating with his team, saying, hey, let's go with this defensive strategy right here. 2nd and 9 from the 9. Ramirez still at quarterback. It will be shotgun left for Goddard. He's going to look left. He's in trouble. He's going to throw it into the end zone. And it looks like it is caught by the Roswell Coyotes, Connor Nichols, in the end zone, but they're going to say he is going to be out of bounds.
Yeah, they're going to say he did not drag the foot, and Boy, great effort by Connor. Coyotes kind of thought they had it, but it is going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 9 now. This team had, was it 3 or 4 goal line stands?
Had 4.
4 against Artesia 2 weeks ago. So they're no stranger to holding them, letting them get this far and then holding them. And I promise you, they don't want to allow a score.
Right.
Of any kind. We're inside a minute here before halftime.
So it looks like...
what's the holdup?
Well, not real sure.
Oh, Coach.
Okay, Coach White is going to call a timeout for Goddard. We're going to take one, too. You are listening to Coyote Football on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM and KSVPTV.com.
The Fergalicious Boys can keep you hot this winter. Fergalicious. Oh yeah, it's getting cold out there, and Fergie's Plumbing and Heating has what you need to keep things hot in your home. They can come by and winterize your pipes and check your insulation, and you know they'll do it with nothing but love. Oh yeah, baby. Call the Fergalicious Boys at Fergie's Plumbing and Heating at 622-2660. When you need it hot, Fergie's is on the job. Fergalicious.
All right, we are back on time. Just giving Coach McDonald a little trouble here. So welcome back to Coyote Football on KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. The Goddard Rockets did take a timeout. Coyotes do lead 28-0 with 55.9 seconds left here in the first half.
Well, let me ask you this, partner.
Go for it.
If they don't score here, do you think they kick a field goal just to get on the board?
Negative. I think if I was in that situation, you're down by 28, I think you go for it.
You got to. It's 2 downs to score here.
Absolutely. So it's going to be 3rd and 9. Looks like Ramirez is in shotgun. Left formation. In trouble is Ramirez. No, it's going to be picked off by the Roswell Coyotes. As we talked about earlier, midfield is going to be 50, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Coyotes!
And, Coach,
and I called it, Coach. Did I call it?
You absolutely called it during the break. But have you ever seen a player high-five a teammate
while they're running
at the 25-yard line as they're going in to score?
Well, that's pretty neat to see right there.
By the way, it's Keegan Nichols with the pick 6 of 92 yards. My goodness, 92 yards and the touchdown.
Well, Coach, I will tell you this. After this kick here, this extra point, yeah, 92-yard pick 6.
Not only did you say that they could have a turnover, you said it'd be 35-0 at halftime.
That's exactly what I'm about to say. And right now the score is 35-0 with 40.3 seconds left in the first half. We're going to take another break. You're listening to Coyote Football on KSVPTV.com and 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
About.
All right, welcome back to Coyote Football as Keegan Nichols, 92-yard, pick 6, and another touchdown, 5 drives, 5 touchdowns. PATs were all good, 35-0 with 40.3 seconds left. And let's see what number 9, Mr. I just went blank.
It's Peyton Kennard.
There's so many names going on here. Peyton Kennard. I was about to call him his dad's name. You know, I coached his dad back in the day, so I was going to say Peyton.
Well, he has been a quarterback tonight in a sense,
sure has.
just like his old man, right?
Yeah. Peyton Kennard, there you go. That's going to be returnable here. Let's see what the Goddard Rockets can do here. That's going to be Christian Andrade.
Yeah, nice spin move there.
It really was. All right, so the Goddard Rockets will take over about the 30-yard line, I think. right.
32.6 ticks remaining here in the first half. A first half that has been all Roswell, showing why they have that number 1 ranking in the state regardless of class.
Oh, without a doubt. Now, you just go ahead and kneel it, Coach?
I don't think you can kneel it. I think
you
have
have one play at least.
You got
to snap it one time.
But he's just going to run it. I mean,
we have 9 seconds left on the time clock here. And it's going to be handed off to Nathan Reed.
I doubt they'll run another one. And now we got...
There's going to be a flag on the play.
Yeah, and we'll see who's involved there. I think it's Greathouse involved on Roswell's side. I don't see who Goddard.
Throwing his hands up saying, hey,
yeah,
I didn't do anything.
I don't think he did when the flag was thrown.
It's going to be a personal foul.
Offsetting.
So nothing.
So nothing, right. Oh.
Wait a minute.
No, it's not.
They're going to say it's a personal foul on?
Yeah, no, it's on Goddard. So it's a little extracurricular after the fact, and I don't know if they caught the second guy, as often happens in those kind of penalties. But like you said, Greathouse just had his hands in the air.
Yeah.
I mean, now maybe he provoked it in some way, but if he did, that's
sold it out.
Yeah.
Well, I think of Alvaro Ramirez right here. Just take a knee, go into halftime, and let's see what they do here. So it's going to be 35-0. The Roswell Coyotes will go into halftime. Well, there's going to be another flag.
Yeah, and it's going to be on Goddard again, I think. And there's half a second left on the clock.
So
Roswell's cheering.
Yeah, and that's on number 78. That's Daniel Moreno.
Well, I'll tell you what. There are consequences for these kind of things because you get ejected here. You don't play in the next game.
That's a playoff game.
And that will be a playoff game. So, now you're going to have a couple of Goddard players who have one strike, and it's just like having two strikes because the second one you're gone.
Yeah, season's done. All right, so it's going to be a personal foul.
Unsportsmanlike.
On the Goddard Rockets. Once again, that's the second consecutive.
Yeah.
And he's ejected. He's ejected.
He tossed him?
He tossed him.
And that officials can do that on a first offense if they feel it's egregious. So I'm curious as to what happened because it would have to be pretty bad for that.
Well, you're talking egregious, but look at this. That means he will have to sit out next game if that is the fact that it is.
Yeah, if he's ejected, he will not play in their next game, which will be a playoff game and likely after the bye.
Correct.
So a playoff game, not when you're playing a really low seed. You're playing somebody who's just won a playoff game.
All right, so that's going to be the end of the quarter and the end of the half. So the Roswell Coyotes on the east side will trot off the field to the south side, awaiting each other's. Let's see what happens here just a moment as everybody's kind of waiting. It's kind of different here as the Goddard Rockets, their locker room's on the east side and
they don't want them
Coyotes on the west side.
Crossing each other up, so they take turns.
Well, and I like the fact where personnel is gathering their team. They're going to wait for the home team to, as they should. Yeah. I think that's a
no, it should be the home team.
Yeah.
Correct.
That's the right thing to do, and then once that happens, then the Roswell Coyotes will enter their locker room. All right, it looks like everything's okay, so here we go. It's going to be 35-0 at halftime. We're going to take a couple-minute break. You are listening to Coyote Football on 106.5, Roswell Talk FM, and KSVPTV.com.
Honey, read this. Seems Councilman Barry Foster didn't pay his water bill for over 2 years, owing almost $2,000.
How? They would have cut his water off.
State mandates the water service couldn't be cut during COVID.
This says the Fosters make around $150,000 a year, and they refuse to pay their water bill?
Since Barry Foster's been on city council, city debt has tripled. With rising crime, he voted against hiring 5 new police officers.
And the city delayed vital repairs to our drinking water system. Now, repairs repair costs have skyrocketed.
It's time for a change.
Change by voting for Carlos Marujo.
He's a supervisor at Eastern New Mexico U. Carlos knows how inflation impacts Roswell's working families.
Carlos Marujo will demand Roswell live within its means. He respects taxpayers.
We can't afford 16 years of Councilman Barry Foster.
Our Values PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising. Paid for by Our Values PAC. Not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee.
This October, Artesia General Hospital is here to help you take charge of your breast health. About 1 in 8 women in the U.S. will develop breast cancer. Understanding your family history and getting screened can help lower your risk and lead to early detection. They're pleased to offer advanced 3D mammography, providing increased early detection, more accurate results, and enhanced comfort. Don't wait. Request your mammogram today. Women over 40 don't need a physician's referral to schedule their annual screening. Visit artesiageneral.com/mammogram.
Wakefield Oil Express has the highest quality service in Roswell with a 17-point full-service oil change that includes a full wash and vacuum at their car wash. You won't find a better deal. They also offer full synthetic oil changes, fuel and cabin filter replacements, and will even check your battery. Their Tunnel Wash isn't afraid of dirty vehicles. They have the best value wash in town with free vacuums. They even offer wash passes that can be used for multiple vehicles. Next time you need your oil changed, go to the fast and efficient Wakefield Oil Express and let them earn your business. 3204 North Main, Roswell.
Bob Reed Pest Control protects you and your home by controlling pests that invade. Bob Reed Pest Control understands the importance of safety in and around your home from unwanted pests. Protect your family's most important investment, your home, and protect your children and pets from the dangers of poisonous bugs and insects. Call Bob Reed Pest Control today and let our fully licensed pest control professionals start working for you and your family. Find us fast in names and numbers. Call 623-5344, serving all of Southeast New Mexico.
October is National Cooperative Month, and as a Central Valley Electric Cooperative member, you are much more than just a customer. You're a co-op owner. At CVE, we are here to power your life so you can do all the things you need to grow. We are better when we grow together. It's National Co-op Month, and CVE wants to thank our members for being the heart of the co-op. Thank you for being a co-op owner and a customer of Central Valley Electric Cooperative.
Every piece of land has a story, written by those who work it. And everyone's story is different. So the question is, how will you tell yours? Behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor, mower, or Gator utility vehicle. Run with us and start telling your story today.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Welcome back to Coyote Football on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KSVPTV.com. Coyotes lead 35-0. We are at halftime, and it looks like the Big Red Band, the visiting Roswell Coyotes, are performing here as they are facing the crowd on the east side. We're going to pause to listen to the performance. All right, welcome back to Coyote Football. You're watching KSVPTV.com. 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. The Big Red Band performing on the east side of the field for the Roswell Coyotes. And now it looks like the Goddard Rockets Band will be performing here momentarily for their fans on the west side of the field.
Yeah, we wanted to broadcast that and get the sound, but we don't have that. We can't hear it too well, so we're just gonna let you enjoy the marching aspect of the marching bands, and we'll go over some first half statistics here. We have going to start with special teams as usual. We have 5 extra point attempts by Peyton Kennard, all of them good. 2 punt returns for the Coyotes, a 5-yard return by Matt Castillo, a 10-yard return from Zy Carrasco, and just the 1 kickoff return for -3 yards for Jacob Cedillo. Not a lot of defensive stats. The defense stayed off the field for the most part in the first half, save that last drive. Unofficially 1 tackle each. No one with multiple tackles officially, but Damian Quezada, Connor Nichols, Zy Carrasco, Aiden Rutley, Mason Greathouse, Nathan Herrera, Gage Ledoux, and Jacob Palomino, each credited with a tackle in the first half. 3 of those tackles were for loss. Zy Carrasco, Aiden Rutley, and Mason Greathouse. And of course, you did have the pick 6, the 92-yard interception return for the touchdown by Keegan Nichols. All right, offensively, balanced attack for the Coyotes. First, it was Manny Fuentes, who was 13 of 16 in the first half for 127 yards and 2 touchdowns. I had to get that right because the third touchdown pass was by Peyton Kennard, a 3-yard touchdown pass on the trick play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 receivers, 9 receivers, 9 different receivers for the Coyotes. First, Keegan Nichols with his first career reception. It was a 3-yard touchdown from Kennard. Jacob Palomino had a 6-yard catch. A.B. Toscano a 22-yard catch. Giovanni Apodaca 2 catches for 22 yards. Peyton Kennard 2 catches for a total of 14 yards. So he threw for a touchdown and caught a touchdown in the first half. Josh Estrada 3 catches for 11. L.J. Macias 1 catch for 14. Manny Segala 1 catch for 15, and Malachi Mitchell 1 catch for 13. That one was a touchdown. Rushing the ball in the first half, Manny Fuentes, 1 carry for 1 yard. Giovanni Apodaca, 1 carry for 1 yard. Peyton Kenner, 2 carries for 4 yards. Jaden Cloud, 1 carry for 10 yards. And it was Bryce Sanchez with 12 carries, most of those in the first quarter, but 102 yards and a touchdown for the B Train. And that's the stats, my friend.
Well, there you have it. Man, what a first half this has been. We do have some scores from around the state. Actually, quite a few of them, actually. Pojoaque Valley is taking on Espanola Valley. Espanola Valley, final score 50-0. The Clayton Yellow Jackets in the lower level classifications taking on Legacy Academy. Clayton wins that ball game 28, or excuse me, is currently leading in the fourth quarter, 28-20. Manal still in progress right now, no score at this time. Cleveland Storm in the fourth quarter, 34-0. Is that correct? On the 27th, today is the 27th. Yeah. Okay, and then the Santa Fe Demons currently leading Capital 22-7. That is in the second quarter.
Rio Rancho, you didn't. Yeah, you didn't say who they were playing.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Cleveland Storm playing Rio Rancho. In my mind, I said it.
Rivalry game.
There you go. Yeah, kind of like this one here.
We don't want to know what's going on in that heavier sport.
Yeah, I bet. Dexter Demons 16-6, currently leading the Ruidoso Warriors. And then Fort Sumner House playing Logan, still in progress, no score there. Gel taking on the Hagerman Bobcats, 41-6 at halftime in favor of Gel. And then St. Michael's, the Horsemen, currently leading Santa Fe Indian 34-0. Coyotes here, 35-0. Navajo Prep trailing Newcomb 24-16. And, here we go. It looks like the Goddard Rockets band is performing here. We're going to pause for just a moment. Let's listen and see the performance.
All right, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that performance by the Goddard Big Blue Band. And we are going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll have a little more analysis and lots of action for the second half. Thanks for tuning in to Roswell Coyote Football, KSVPTV.com, 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM.
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
The need to grow past our basic capabilities and experience the impossible will forever keep aviation technology evolving. Within the Aviation Maintenance Technology program at ENMU Roswell, students thrive knowing that the faculty and community are supporting their success. ENMU Roswell is dedicated to empowering students through hands-on skills training in a nurturing environment. To learn more, contact us today.
Hi, my name is Chance with Trustmark Roofing and Windows, and here's what you should expect during your window inspection. Upon my arrival, you'll receive a 15-minute courtesy call letting you know I'm on the way. Once I'm in your home, I'm going to be checking for moisture indication, functionality, and any kind of energy efficiency improvements to the inside and outside of your home. After my inspection, I'll give you my professional opinion, and then you can decide whether you want a no-obligation quote. Myself or the office will contact you to set up a date when I can show you my products and options to best suit your needs. So when choosing windows, choose Trustmark Roofing and Windows. Our goal is to give you a 5-star service and get you what you deserve, and that's the best.
You'll look good on the course in professional polos, shirts, and hats embroidered by Business Notions. Even add your company logo to golf balls. So don't look like a gorilla. Call Business Notions at 625-2840. Professional embroidery and screen printing, perfect for your next event and sports teams. Business Notions. Our business is making your business look good. 625-2840.
Oasis Computers has been Roswell's trusted source for home and small business computers for over 30 years, and they continue to be your best resource for computer repairs, operating system upgrades, web root managed, antivirus, special orders, and more. Oasis Computers is now open from 8 to 1, Monday through Friday to better serve you. Service calls by appointments and after-hour appointments are available too. Stop by Oasis Computers at 1703 North Garden or call or text 575-625-9141 for even faster service.
Of all the flowers in the world, pansies get a bad rap. Hi, this is Jim Gill with Roswell Seed Company. The name pansies sound delicate and weak, but in reality, pansies are bold and beautiful. When the frost has killed all the other flowers, pansies start blooming, and they'll bloom all winter long, which is why you should come see us at Roswell Seed. We have a greenhouse full of colorful pansies ready to brighten up the coldest winter day. So come get your pansies, and remember, if someone calls you a pansy, take it as a compliment.
Check it out. Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
All right, welcome back to Coyote Football on KSPTV.com, 106.5, Roswell Talk FM. 35-0. We're just a couple minutes away from the start of the third quarter. Just a real quick recap of the first half. In the first quarter, we had a 13-yard touchdown strike from Manny Fuentes to Malachi Mitchell, and the extra point was up and good on the first drive. And then on the second drive for the Roswell Coyotes, a 5-yard touchdown strike from Fuentes to Peyton Kennard. Extra point was up and good, 14-0. That's all in the first quarter. In the second quarter, third drive, he had number 9 Kennard with a 3-yard pass to number 7 Keegan Nichols, and that was kind of a weird combination. Yeah. But PAT was up and good, 21-0.
Fullback to linebacker, yeah. You think that's weird?
That was way weird. And then the fourth drive, Bryce Sanchez once again from 2 yards out makes the score 27.
The PAT's up and good, 28-0. And then on the fifth drive, a 92-yard pick six from Keegan Nichols. PAT's up and good. 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and the Coyotes looking strong offensively and defensively.
Yeah, I mean, they gave up some yards on that last Goddard drive, but they ended it in style with the 92-yard pick six from Nichols.
All right, here we go as we begin the third quarter. Peyton Kennard, the strong-legged Kennard, kicks it. It is going to be returnable, and it looks like number 24, that's going to be Christian Andrade.
Yeah, nice special teams tackle by Nate Quintero there. And I'll tell you what, Keegan Nichols, for a defensive player to score 2 touchdowns in a game 2 different ways, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, sure is.
His first 2 career touchdowns, I should say. And he'll be fired up.
Absolutely. So 1st and 10 from the 18. It is Goddard ball. Goddard did win the toss in the first half, defer to the second half. The Rockets will be working from the 18-yard line. And there's just going to be a quick lead there to number 6. That's going to be George Garcia Jr.
Yeah, and it's interesting, who's going to run the football for Goddard right now, because they started the game without Xavier Perez, who's probably their number 2 running back. And then John Silva goes down in the first half, and he is on crutches on the sideline. So there's your number 2 and number 3 on the sideline right there. That's your top 2 running backs.
Yep, absolutely.
And this isn't a passing team we're talking about. So, I mean, it makes a real difficult situation even more difficult for Goddard.
All right, they're going to have a 1st down and 10 from the 29. Wishbone formation. Another lead for number 27. That's going to be Nathan Reed.
Yeah, and getting him around the ankles is number 14, Connor Nichols.
Looks like Ramirez will get some direction there from their head coach. As he trots back onto the field, onto the huddle. It's going to be 2nd down and 10 from the 29. 35-0 if you're just now tuning in to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KSVPTV.com. Wishbone action, left hash. From the 29 is Ramirez. Little option action. And hit hard.
Zach Orozco.
Zach Orozco. That was
kind of high steps out of there.
Yeah.
That was a big hit.
Jorge Garcia Jr. was the ball carrier.
And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Well, Carrasco playing that right safety had a good pursuit angle, taking on Jorge Garcia Jr. there.
Yeah, it had to come from all the way on the other side of the field.
Yep.
But once he got there, he made it count.
Okay, Ramirez back into wishbone action. Call it rip. There's another double lead there, and back to Jorge Garcia Jr., and he will have the 1st down. Good effort by Jorge Jr.
Yep, tackled by lots of people. I'm going to give credit to the last guy they pull up off the ground.
You know,
that is going to be Connor Nichols again.
You know, I was going to tell you at the first of the game, and we were talking about this, but every time that train comes across this time of year, what usually happens?
Yeah, it's a good omen.
It really has for the Roswell Coyotes. You know, we got that statistic from Mr. Ruben Bolaños. You know, he's been around for, Roswell High Goddard a long time. He's over at Central Office, but he did give us that statistic there. Every time the train comes around, it's a good omen, as they say, and it's always one of those credits for the Roswell Coyotes. So you know what I mean?
Well, that and a full moon tonight. If you're talking about good omens, then.
Yep. Well, if you see Mr. Bolaños, you just got to make sure you let him know about the statistics. I can't believe he does that. He's really good about that. He's been keeping these statistics now for 25 years or so, and he's pretty good at it.
Meticulous.
There you go. All right. 2nd and 12 now from the 39. It's Goddard's ball. Ramirez, the quarterback, under center. You have Wyatt Northcutt at the top of your screen, and it's going to be handed off once again to number 6, Jorge Garcia Jr. And this time, Jorge might lose one.
Yeah. Noah Lynn that time with the stop, among others. It's going to bring up 3rd and long here from about the 41. I'm going to call it 3rd and 10. I'm a little bit surprised. You got all your running backs out of the game, and yet you're still running the ball, and you're down 5 touchdowns. I mean, I think at some point you got to try to throw the ball, don't you?
Well, you're down by 35.
I know it's not what they do. I mean, I know it's not their strength, but.
Well, right here, the Rockets now are set up in shotgun left. They're down, and now there's going to be that dump pass. Screen is going to be effective for Goddard. That's going to be dumped down to number 27, Nathan Reed, but it will bring up a 4th down and about 2.5 or 3.
Yeah, it's going to be closer to 3, so. And here again, you're down 5 scores. You don't even think about punting this. 4th and short near midfield. But a chance to get the second turnover of the game for the Coyotes. I predicted a lot of turnovers in this game, but so far just the one.
Just the one, yeah. Let's see if Dominic Ramirez will have that hard cadence to see if he can draw the Coyotes off sides. 4th and 3 from the 48 right hash. Ramirez shotgun right. And looks like there's going to be a timeout by the Goddard Rockets. We'll take 1-2. We'll be right back. Coyotes lead big, 35-0.
At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details. 2nd and Sycamore and 1309 Southeast Main.
All right, we're back. Goddard Rockets take their first time out of this half. Coyotes do lead big, 35-0. It's going to be a 4th and 3. Let's see what Coach White and the Goddard Rockets do here. We're talking about Dominic Ramirez to see if he has a hard count here, or if they're going to try this to go with that wishbone action and see if they can do a lead or double lead.
Well, you know, I said at some point they're going to have to pass the ball, but probably not here. I mean, this is where you got to do what you do best, and it will be running. He will try to draw him off.
Well,
they jump.
Yeah, it's going to be number 51 for Goddard that I noticed, that I saw here. That's Blaze Dean, the right guard, jump. So that's going to bring the ball back for Goddard.
You know, interesting, neither of the officials that are on the line of scrimmage threw their flags on that. It was the white hat from clear behind. It seemed pretty obvious from our angle, but I'm not sure what those guys were looking at.
Okay, so now this could bring up another situation here. Will the Goddard Rockets punt on 4th and 8?
No, I don't. I mean, if you punt, you're just saying
you're done.
Yeah, we're done. And that's exactly what they're going to do.
Alberto Chavez the top.
Wyatt Northcutt.
Yeah, Northcutt. And look at this right here. Let's see if they're going to get enough men. There's too many men on the field.
Oh, and
there's going to be a bad snap. Northcutt will get it. Let's see if he can kick it off. He's in trouble. And falls down about the 12, 15, 16, 17-yard line.
23-yard loss on the play for Northcutt. And that'll be the second turnover of the game, technically a turnover on downs.
Yep. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Roswell Coyotes.
Surprising update from the Bulldog Bowl.
Okay, so
they're in the 4th quarter. It was 43-0 at halftime, and they've made it to the 4th quarter. It's still, now it's 43-6.
Well, one more. Oh, it is 43-6.
Yeah,
okay, I was going to say one more touchdown. That's going to be game for Artesia. Okay, so here at the Wool Bowl, it's 1st and 10. The Coyotes now in Goddard territory on the bad snap. It is Manny Fuentes. Is going to be a little toss over to Bryce Sanchez from the 20, 15, and finally brought down about the 14-yard line. So nice hard run, positive yardage for the standout running back.
5-yard first down carry, and it is 35-0. So, you know, the clock is running here and will continue to run unless the score gets, you know, below that 35-point margin. Of course, if it gets to 50 here in the second half, the game will be over.
All right, 2nd and 5. Inside the 14, it's going to be handed off once again, and Coach Lynn appears to be just running down the clock a little bit.
Yeah, another 2-yard carry for Sanchez. And it'll be interesting to see on third and relatively short if they put the ball in Manny's hands and let him dance around back there as he's done so well.
Fake the toss sweep, probably go play action pass here. Let's see if they go to the play action to the left side here. If they do, they decide to go ahead and hand it off back to Bryce Sanchez, and let's see if Peyton Kenner will come out here and kick a field goal.
Well,
they're going to go into NASCAR. Hurry up offense here. It's going to be 4th and 2.
At the very least, they'll try to get him to jump.
And that's what they're trying to do here. Let's see if the Coyotes will take a timeout.
Well, Coach Lynn is...
You got plenty of time on the time clock.
He's not standing by the official.
Quintus will have the ball.
Incomplete.
But a turnover on downs.
So the Goddard defense sniffs out that screen, and that won't make Coach Lynn happy at all.
No. Well, it's not another Rocket first down. It's going to be a first down on the turnover.
On the change of possession.
Yeah, on the change of possession. And so now the Goddard Rockets will have a first down and 10 from the 12-yard line due to the incomplete pass.
All right, let's see if they continue to run the football.
Well, that's what they're doing.
To me, you're just trying to run out the clock. I mean, you're down 5 touchdowns.
Well, that's interesting. The Roswell Coyotes they didn't do the old-fashioned rip-up, wrap-up. They were actually going for the ball. Looked like Zai Carrasco.
Yeah, exactly right. I mean, Carrasco will get credit for the tackle, but he was trying to rip it out. He didn't care about the yardage. He was trying to rip the ball out, which kind of makes me think that Roswell wouldn't mind ending this as early as possible. But, I mean, we're 3.5 minutes in the third. So, I mean,
yeah.
At this point, you probably just play.
Okay, I saw Wyatt Northcutt here at the bottom of your screen.
Yeah, Wyatt's been in on basically every snap of this game.
Well, it's going to be another handoff. And I mean, again, you're down by 35.
Yeah, I mean, you're running out the clock on yourself.
Okay, so there's communication. Northcutt will drop back in.
Well, and they're huddling up, too. I mean,
there's no sense of urgency at this point.
Zero.
I mean, to each his own, to each his own. You're down 35-0 with 2:41 left in the third quarter. Wishbone action again, 3rd and 1.
I mean, maybe the thinking is, and there's the Snake Eyes play, he'll probably get the first down.
And it appears to be first down, so the chain gang will go ahead and move the chains. Good sportsmanship there by both squads, which is nice to see.
I believe that was Quezada helping up Ramirez there.
And then I did see Jorge Garcia Jr. also helping a Coyote up, so both sides of the ball.
Yeah, and the only thing I can think of here with no urgency, the huddling up, the running the football is that maybe they're just thinking, we've already got some injuries. We have lost this game, and we just got to be thinking about
playoff action.
Yeah.
Yep.
Probably 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
Because they'll probably still get the bye. I think they'll probably be the 4 seed.
And there's going to be a flag on the play. And it appears to be in that direction. Most of the time it usually is a holding call.
Well, occasionally you get a face mask from that, get called from there, but I think this is going to come back on a hold. There will be holding on Goddard.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the rankings here. I had a thought that I was going to talk to you about here in just a moment.
Well, they're not I think you're still supposed to run the clock in this situation. I thought it was only a timeout, and a penalty is not a timeout.
Well, you're right.
The clock should be running.
There it is. There's the Luke. It should have kept on going.
Yeah, that's a mistake. Because honestly, probably both coaches are just kind of ready for this game to be over at this point.
Yeah. Well, there's going to be a option.
And just strung out. I'm going to give credit to Aiden Rutley for the tackle there.
So let me tell you this, and I did say this in the pregame show when I was talking with Coach Lynn. So traditionally, the seating selection committee show was going to take place tomorrow night. Okay, now that is going to be not the case this year. It is going to actually take place sometime in the morning at this point on Sunday at 7:30 p.m.
No,
a.m. 7:30 a.m. Okay.
AM,
So
yes.
originally it was Saturday, but they had some stuff going on with max preps issues and so forth. So it's going to be 7:30 on Sunday now. I did find that out during the pregame interview.
And there has been some talk around the state saying, just push it at least till the afternoon so teams can have their watch parties and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And nobody's going to do that at 7:30 in the morning, but NMA decided they wanted to get out as quickly as possible, which I also understand.
Sure.
So teams can prepare.
Well, and that's what Coach Lynn was talking about, because originally they were going to have the party, their team party to watch the show and stuff, but he did say that was going to be the case. Let's take a break. We'll come back, talk some more football. Kyle Stu lead 35-0. You are listening and watching KSPTV.com, 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced state-of-the-art dentistry.
All right, welcome back as the Coyotes lead 35-0. The third quarter has expired. We're just about a minute or so before we begin the fourth quarter. It is Goddard's ball with the third down and 11 from the 22, working right hash. Now the Goddard Rockets will be going south to north on your radio dial. But I was kind of looking at some of your stuff here. This is what I actually had here. Here's the interesting thing. The Roswell Coyotes, it appears that they're going to end up getting the 1 seed. And more than likely the Artesia Bulldogs will get the 2. I'm thinking the Piedra Vista Panthers will get the 3 seed and Goddard possibly 4. Now, here's the thing. In my opinion, at this point, we'll talk a little bit more because there's a lot to talk about. We still have the fourth quarter to go, but I think it's important that we talk about this for the listeners and for the viewers. Because I do a lot of homework when it comes down to that. We talk about the 6 criteria. We talk about the algorithms. We talk about a lot of different things here. But we'll talk about state tournament action here momentarily. So if we do go to there's another timeout, we'll just stay here and talk. Ooh, Ramirez hit hard and almost picked off by number 7, Keegan Nichols. And, oh, man, it looks like Ramirez is hit hard, and he's going to be down. So there's going to be an official timeout for injury. Mason Greathouse really did some damage there to Dominic Ramirez. So, Coach, okay, so now I'm just going based on the max preps here. The Roswell Coyotes, when I'm talking with Coach Lynn, it could appear that the Roswell Coyotes will get the 1 seed, so they get the first round bye. That means they will end up playing the 8-9 seed in the second round for that 8-9. It would be the first time the Roswell Coyotes, because they get the first round bye, so it would be the second round.
Right.
Okay, so it looks like maybe Deming or Mayfield. So here's the thing that could end up happening. Mayfield could end up playing either Deming or Valley, 8-9. This is what we're looking at. But the Roswell Coyotes will play a district opponent again. If there's a potential.
Yeah, no, that could be Mayfield. Mayfield will be in that 8-9 range, I believe.
But it could be back-to-back because the Goddard Rockets could end up getting the 4 seed, as we mentioned. So they could be back-to-back district opponents in the state tournament. That's what I was guessing here.
Yeah, no, it very well could be.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah, Castile won't be able to make the corner there.
That's a good pursuit angle there by number 6. That's Jorge Garcia Jr.
Yeah, I think there's a chance Goddard and PV are so close on the criteria.
3-4.
It's probably going to come down to member input, school member input on that one. And, that's the only thing you can't figure.
Right.
And what's notable is that Piedra Vista did beat Goddard, and Piedra Vista did go ahead of them in the coaches poll in this last coaches poll. So I'm thinking that Goddard is going to be the 4, and I am thinking that Roswell will probably play. Now,
Look at Fuentes and go deep. He finds
interference.
Malachi Mitchell, and there's going to be an incomplete pass.
That's a mercy no call, if you ask me.
Oh, wow. Well, I don't think Manny Fuentes got all of it there, too. It looked like kind of slipped out of his hand, but it was still a 40-plus yard pass in the air. And I think right now, Coach Lamb might try to go ahead and just see if he can get this ball game out of the way.
Well, I mean, he still does have to score twice and get a 2-point conversion to end the game early.
Correct.
But, with the running clock and only 10-15 now remaining, that's probably going to be difficult, especially if they're not going to call an obvious pass interference on a long ball down the field.
Yeah.
But, they're spreading it out here.
Continuous clock, speed option, left side. He's going to go ahead and have that good relationship with Bryce Sanchez. Sanchez 45-40 and going to be out of bounds around the 30-yard line.
Yeah, let's see where they spot him. Yeah, 19 yards.
They're going to call it about the 32-yard line, so you're going to give him credit for 19 yards?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it's going to be another Coyote first down from the 32-yard line. Left hash once again. You have Estrada, and then it looks like you have number 18, LJ Macias, at the bottom of your screen. Pistol formation. There's going to be another toss to Sanchez from the 30.
Oh.
And just running over some Goddard Rockets, but finally backed up around the 30-yard line.
Yeah, we're giving 3 on that. And I'm not sure he's going to get to my prediction of 150 yards. He's sitting at 133 right now on 17 carries. Yeah, getting back to the bracket, I mean, it's going to be Roswell 1, Artesia 2. I think it's going to be PV 3 and Goddard 4. So that's your teams with the bye.
That's what I'm. First 4 at least is what you and I have.
And another interesting. Here's Sanchez.
Oh, Sanchez on his feet. And run over a couple of Goddard Rockets and finally brought down about the 12, 13-yard line.
He's going to give me a hard time.
Oh,
15 yards on that one. He said, oh, you don't think I'll get to 150? I'll get it all right here.
Well, that was Northcutt that he kind of trotted over.
Yeah, he just ran him over.
Yeah,
that's
exactly what it was. It's going to be another Coyote first down here from the 13-yard line, 35-0, 8:20 remaining in the ball game. Coyotes looking good. Another handoff for Bryce Sanchez, and it looks like Bryce Sanchez is trying to.
Yeah, he just proved me wrong on that.
Yeah, he just did. Yeah.
See, I was just inspiring you, Bryce, when you watch the film later tonight.
And he will.
He does every night. After every game,
yes,
he watches
does.
our broadcast. So
he does, and that's the majority of that group right there, and the majority of those fans.
Final from the Bulldog Bowl, 43-7. Artesia will be second place in the district.
Well, that can't be possible. Artesia finished before Roswell? All right, there's going to be a nice little run for the Coyotes once again.
Yeah, and that's
Estrada.
That's Estrada, his first carry of the game. And that was for none yards.
It looked a lot, but it wasn't.
So I'll tell you what, another interesting thing that I have predicted for the bracket, I think we're going to have a 1-9 team make the tournament. And that's going to be Belen as the 12th seed.
Okay.
There's a chance. It's Miamira, but they beat Miamira, and I think we're going to have a 1-9 team in the playoffs.
I think Miramaya will be out. Okay, 3rd and 6 now. 7 minutes left in the game. 35-0 in favor of the Coyotes. Empty set for the Roswell Coyotes. Manny Fuentes looking left. And in trouble, and this time he does not escape traffic in Northcutt. No, I beg your pardon. That's going to be number 20. That is Sebastian Bills. So it'll be 4th and 6. Let's see if Kennard will kick a field goal. Well,
looks like it.
Yeah, he's going to come on the field here. That's going to be a 20, 30, 37?
Yeah.
So Kennard going to attempt a 37-yard field goal. Okay, there's the snap. Kennard with the distance for sure. And the indication is good. So now the Coyotes lead 38-0. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
October is National Cooperative Month, and as a Central Valley Electric Cooperative member, you are much more than just a customer. You're a co-op owner. At CVE, we are here to power your life so you can do all the things you need to grow. We are better when we grow together. It's National Co-op Month, and CVE wants to thank our members for being the heart of the co-op. Thank you for being a co-op owner and a customer of Central Valley Electric Cooperative.
Welcome back. A 43, no, what do we call that credit for? Was it a 37?
37-yard field goal.
37-yard field goal by Peyton Kennard. I was going to say 43. I don't know why that was stuck in my mind, but Coyotes lead 38-0 here. We're talking about the Seating and Selection Football Committee. Real quick, there's some criteria that I want to make you aware of. The New Mexico Activity Association staff, they will seed and select teams for this year's state championships utilizing the following criteria. It is adopted by law 7.11 as voted on by the board of directors. The first criteria is finish in regular season district play. The second criteria is head-to-head. Third one is wins against district champions regardless of classification. Fourth one is overall record. And then the next one is Max Preps rankings. And then finally, the sixth one is member school input to be submitted by the head coach prior, which would have been actually tonight, but now that's going to be, the seating selection committee is going to be at 7:30 on Sunday instead of tomorrow night. So coaches will have to submit it by tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't know if they changed the submission deadline.
Yeah,
Probably not.
They might have. They might have, but the school input form will be submitted sometime tomorrow. They might have it tonight. I don't know, but for sure maybe tomorrow. But the seating selection committee will be out at 7:30 a.m. Now, important in some cases, in the event of a tie, among criteria points, head-to-head will be used to break the tie. If there is no head-to-head competition or head-to-head competition is tied, then max prep strength of schedule will be used to break the tie. We're always talking about that algorithm, Coach, and that's where that comes into place right here.
Well, yeah, I mean, and where that's important in my estimation is for Goddard and PV, because basically PV has both the tiebreakers in that one. They beat them head-to-head, and their strength of schedule is much more difficult than Goddard. So if they tie in criteria points, if it gets to a 3-3 tie in criteria points, it will be Pedro Vista getting the higher seed.
So that's going to be interesting to see. Right now, Goddard sitting at the 3 spot in some polls. I believe that's in max preps, and then in the coaches poll, I think that was a little different. I think in the coaches poll, Goddard is in 4th. So once again, you're exactly right. Pedro Vista, Goddard, that's going to be interesting to see with that. But I do have Roswell getting that first round bye. I do have them. I know you have them playing possibly Valley, but I have them playing at Mayfield, which is in our district. But it's going to be up in the air.
Yeah, Valley's playing well, and I mean, by my estimation, they would have the home. There's no history there. So there would be, well, it's not the semifinals anyway. So Valley, if they are the 8 seed. Now, if Mayfield's the 8 seed, I might pick that difference.
Well, I'm going to throw a curveball at you on this one, too. If it's not Mayfield, it's going to be Los Alamos.
The district opponents in the first round?
Yep. We're talking the New Mexico Activity Association. That one's going to be a pass to Northcutt, and that's going to be incomplete, but it's going to be a pass interference. That was on Nate Quintero.
Yeah, so that will be a 15-yard penalty and a first down. And, you know, there was contact down the field.
Sure it was.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it was a pass interference call on Quintero. It's going to be a first down for the Goddard Rockets, and it is what it is. Rightfully so. It was a good call.
Good to see Don Ramirez back out there at quarterback, and that he was not seriously injured when he was shaken up in the last series. He is walking pretty gingerly, but he's still out there. And, you know, with looking like, you know, not going to speculate, but it doesn't look like they'll have Silva back this year. You know, they've got to have Ramirez, especially if they don't have Silva. They've got to have Ramirez.
Yep, absolutely. So it's going to be an automatic first down for Goddard now as the chain gang will move.
So there was actually a second foul on Roswell on that play. I didn't see what the second indication was other than pass interference, but roughing the passer, so.
Okay, so we had the two, so okay, sounds good. Looks like it's going to be first and 10 from the 46. We'll call that left hash for the listeners on 106.5, Roswell Talk FM. Ramirez under center, wishbone action. It's going to be another lead for Goddard. And Ramirez kind of limping there as he is going to go have a conversation with Coach White.
Just a yard on the carry as we're inside 4 minutes now, so we're going to have I'm surprised that it's only 38, to be honest with you.
Well, my prediction.
Yeah, you had 45.
45.
I had 42. You had Goddard scoring twice.
I did. Well, my prediction was 45. Oh, and Ramirez, I thought he was in trouble there, but look at this.
How did he get out of there?
That is number 27, and Nathan Reed is going to be in for a touchdown.
So there it is. There will be no shutout. And the fans have stayed here for the most part. For Goddard, hats off to them. Some have gone home on both sides in this blowout, but they are making some noise here on the west side as number 27. And that's Nathan Reed.
Yeah, Nathan Reed.
Somehow got away. I don't know how he got away there. Yeah. I can't wait to see the film on that.
Yeah, you know, and I didn't, I was kind of looking down, doing some studying here. But, yeah, Nathan Reed escaped the Roswell Coyote defense and had an excellent run.
First team defense. There are no subs out there.
Right.
This is still the first team defense out here for Roswell. So that's.
Yeah, speaking of Wyatt Northcutt, he's going to. Now, it looked like he was set to kick the extra point, and there's a flag on the play. It's going to be on the Coyotes.
Yeah, so will that prompt them to go for two here?
I don't think so. I think you still go for one. I mean, you just move it up.
1 yard.
1 yard.
It's the old 1 yard penalty.
Okay, here is the snap. Extra point is up and good. No, let's see here. What's the indication? They're saying no, it's not good for Northcutt and the Goddard Rockets. So the score now is 38-6. It was to the right.
I'll tell you what, you had two Coyotes going in to block that, one from each side, and they collided in the air in front of the kicker, or in front of the holder as well. I hope nobody's hurt on that play. It looks like they're okay, but that was a little strange as well.
Well, and I didn't see that, what you saw, but I was kind of looking at the snap, and then, of course, it was wide right. I thought it was close.
Yeah, I think it was close, but it was wide to the right.
Wide to the right, and so the score is now 38-6. Coyotes, if they score one more time and get the extra point, the prediction would be even closer at 45-6. But 3:14 left, but currently it is 38-6 in favor of the Roswell Coyotes here in the fourth quarter. And the time right now is 9:07.
And the hands team in for Roswell. Got the trained Bryce Sanchez out there. You've got number 7, the defensive player with 2 touchdowns today, Keegan Nichols. Got Eli Lynn out there. Got Giovanni Apodaca.
And back here at the 25 is?
Can't tell. They're definitely expecting onside.
Well, Hans team unit is out there. Let's see what happens with Northcutt. Is he?
He's going to kick it to.
I think that's Estrada, so he's going to nail it down about the 10-yard line.
I'm not sure he nailed it down. I think he accidentally went down.
Oh, did he? Okay.
That would be strange to nail it down there with this much time left.
Well, he might have slipped then.
I think he did.
Well, from my angle here, it looked like he went down with the right knee, so he must have slipped with the left foot.
So 0 on the kick return for Josh Estrada. So we'll see who trots out here on the offensive side of the ball. It looks like it's going to be backup quarterback Andrew Padilla, so you can close the book on Manny Fuentes. And Padilla will get this last drive of the game for Roswell in 3 minutes and 9 seconds. Here goes Cloud.
Cloud's off to the races and out of bounds about the 27-yard line. You know, talking about that state tournament, and this is just my 2 cents, and my 2 cents really don't mean anything, but I really do see the Roswell Coyotes taking on all 3 opponents, all 3 district opponents once again. I really see that in the near future.
That'd be something. It's a distinct possibility because I do think we'll be the 1 and Goddard will be the 4. So this might not be the last crosstown game this year.
The 3rd season, as we call it, could be this the district opponents once again. Look at Cloud as he turns it on, 40, 45, in midfield. He just steps out of bounds. Cloud showing some athleticism there.
23 on that one, so consecutive runs of 50 yards. Totaling 50 yards, I should say, for Cloud. He's got 60 in the game on just 3 carries. And he's a dangerous runner.
Oh,
I mean, and
to say the least.
And there's not a lot of film on him because we have Bryce Sanchez on the team, and he gets so many carries.
And then you have Peyton Kenner there, and then you have Estrada as well. And then look at this. It's going to be another toss. This is going to be to Vigil. Vigil gets positive yardage. And that's going to be Fabian Vigil. 38-6 with 2:19 left in the ball game. I love seeing that kid run. Just a great kid.
Absolutely.
And the clock's running. It's Padilla now, that quarterback, as you mentioned. Fuentes' time in this game is now put into the books.
9 different ball carriers for Roswell tonight.
All right, Padilla in pistol. Vigil going to get the ball once again. And there's Vigil at the 30. 25 still going down at the 20-yard line, and it's going to be out. The ball's going to be out, but I think he was down already.
Well, they should call it that he's down already. The side official is coming in to say it's Goddard ball, but
no, that's not the case. I don't think.
If they do, and they're saying we're going with your call because you were closest, and that's going to be pretty terrible if they let him have that call.
Up to this point, they were doing pretty good, and that was the wrong call.
That's bad.
Well, that's definitely the wrong call.
So 22 yards on Veal, real nice run. Fumbled it at the, well, he didn't fumble it at the end. It was called a fumble at the end, but you can go back on film and see that he is clearly down. Ground caused that fumble, which is something that can't happen in football. So unfortunate there. And I just hope he's not doing it because of the score. I would just hate to think that.
Well, let's hope not. 38-6 with a minute 42 left in the game. Carrying the ball for Goddard now is going to be Jorge Garcia Jr.
Noah Lynn making the tackle for no gain, maybe one.
Well, let's see if the Roswell defense can cause a turnover here.
They're finally putting in some subs on defense. They really wanted to pitch a shutout tonight, and I know that they're going to be upset that they allowed someone to break away and score. You and I talked about it before the game. We thought it might be John Silva, could maybe break one off or maybe a garbage time. But Goddard's touchdown was not a garbage time touchdown. That was against the first team defense.
Yeah, Nathan Reed had an excellent job. Did an excellent job breaking the tackles and beating the defense there of the Roswell Coyotes on that particular play. Well, the clock is approaching the 42nd mark here. 38-6. You got time for maybe one more play.
And I'm gonna call out number 51 for Goddard, and that is Blaze Dean. And I'm gonna call out number 14 for Roswell High, and that's Connor Nichols. Those guys were just showing some great sportsmanship at the end of this game, so I just want to make sure that kind of stuff gets acknowledged.
Yeah, definitely get recognized.
Last play of the game.
Well, and there's going to be a counter play, and looks like that is going to be the end of the ball game as the Roswell Coyotes. Prediction was close, but not, well, it was real close.
I think mine was closer, but all right.
Yeah, I guess so. And 38-6, the Roswell Coyotes win. We're going to take a couple-minute timeout. And
about 5 minutes.
Well, let's do that. Let's just see what happens here. We'll be back here in about 4 or 5 minutes. We'll see you here in just a bit. We'll go over some statistics, talk about the state tournament. We'll see you here in, you said 5? Okay, 5 minutes. You are listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KSVPTV.com.
Dion's is proud to be a part of the Roswell community and is the perfect place for team dinners, family gatherings, and all your catering needs. Stop by Dion's in their beautiful restaurant at 1350 South Main Street in Roswell for the best pizza, salads, and subs in town. Or visit Dion's.com to order ahead for dine-in or for a super fast pickup. That's Dion's.com to see the full menu and order ahead. Thanks, Roswell, for letting Dion's celebrate the community they love. Dion's, where great food and good people meet.
Every piece of land has a story, written by those who work it. And everyone's story is different. So the question is, how will you tell yours? Behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor, mower, or Gator utility vehicle. Run with us and start telling your story today.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
What if you could look forward 1 year, 4 years, 40 years? What does the future look like? How will you ignite it? This is where the future gets fueled, where ideas come to life and identities flourish. This is where we define opportunity as individuals and as a pack. Being a Lobo is about so much more than the classes you take. It's about the mark you make on your world, because the journey starts here, but it never ends. What will you ignite?
In the last 7 years, city debt has climbed 300%. Instead of hiring 5 additional police officers, Barry Foster supported the $35 million public safety complex that 80% of voters rejected. And Barry Foster voted to spend $8 million for a Taj Mahal council chamber at the Civic Center instead of repairing our drinking water system. Now city water rates may be forced to increase by 25%. There's a better way. Carlos Marujo. Endorsed by Sheriff Mike Harrington, Carlos Marujo strongly supports law enforcement and public safety. Carlos Marujo will take a back-to-basics approach to city services and spending. A committed family man, Carlos Marujo understands that government must live within its means. And Barry Foster blames not paying his water bill for 2 years on his wife. Roswell doesn't deserve 4 more years of Barry Foster. Carlos Marujo, he's the change we need on our city council.
Our Values PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising, paid for by Our Values PAC, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee.
Hey neighbors, there's a new source for all your appliance needs in the area. We're Roswell Appliance Outlet. We sell new minor scratch and dent appliances, and we'll help you save 40 to 60% off of MSRP. All come with warranty and personalized service. We also offer parts and service for your existing household appliances. We offer financing and delivery delivery options as well. Don't make that big box store mistake. Come see us at Roswell Appliance Outlet today at 600 South Main in Roswell, or call 575-363-9236.
Roswell Appliance Outlet, a proud supporter of Roswell sports.
At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details. 2nd and Sycamore and 1309 Southeast Main.
Your locally owned and operated Big O Tires has the best deals on tires, brakes, oil changes, and more. Now through October 29th, get $70 to $100 instant savings on 4 select in-stock Pirelli, Goodyear, and Cooper tires. Plus, synthetic blend oil changes for just $24.95 and full synthetic oil changes for just $44.95. These savings won't last. Make an appointment online or head into Big O Tires today. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Check out some of the ghoulish deals you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market. Assorted Hungry Man dinners are 2 for $6, and assorted 10-packs of Kool-Aid Jammers are 2 for $5. In produce, U.S. #1 sweet potatoes are 2 pounds for $1, and fresh green asparagus is $2.79 a pound. In the meat department, Boston butt pork roast is $1.79 a pound, and 10-pound bags of fryer leg quarters are 39 cents a pound. These are just some of the ghoulish deals you'll find this week at your local Farmers Country Market.
Of all the flowers in the world, pansies get a bad rap. Hi, this is Jim Gill with Roswell Seed Company. The name pansies sound delicate and weak, but in reality, pansies are bold and beautiful. When the frost has killed all the other flowers, pansies start blooming, and they'll bloom all winter long, which is why you should come see us at Roswell Seed. We have a greenhouse full of colorful pansies ready to brighten up the coldest winter day. So come get your pansies, and remember, if someone calls you a pansy, take it as a compliment.
All right, welcome back to Coyote Football. You're listening and watching 106.5 Roswell Talk FM, KSVPTV.com. Coyotes win 38-6. Coach McDonald.
Yeah, I'm going to start with my personal player of the game for the Roswell Coyotes, and that's Peyton Kennard. He had a 37-yard field goal, was 5 for 5 on extra points, caught a touchdown, and threw a touchdown. So I think it's that's well-deserved for Peyton Kennard. Other special teams statistics, Matt Castillo had a 5-yard punt return. Zyke Roscoe had a 10-yard punt return. Jacob Cedillo had a negative 3-yard kickoff return. Josh Estrada, 0-yard kickoff return. Defensively, play of the game defensively was the pick 6 from Keegan Nichols, 92-yard interception return for a touchdown. 3 tackles for a loss in the game, one by Zyke Roscoe, one by Aiden Rutley, one by Mason Greathouse. Leading tackler on the night was Connor Nichols with 4. Zyke Roscoe chipped in 3, as did Noah Lynn, Mason Greathouse, and Damian Quezada. 1 tackle each from Nate Quintero, Nathan Herrera, Gage Gladue, and Jacob Palomino. Offensively, it was Manny Fuentes, went 13 for 18, 127 yards and 2 touchdowns. Really should have been 1 more touchdown. He had a drop in the end zone. Peyton Kennard, 1 for 1, 3 yards and a touchdown. Receiving those passes tonight, Keegan Nichols, first career catch, 3-yard touchdown from Kennard. Jacob Palomino, 1 catch for 6. A.B. Toscano, 1 for 22. Giovanni Apodaca, 2 for 22. Peyton Kennard, as I said before, caught a touchdown pass. He had 2 catches for 14 yards. Josh Estrada, 3 catches for 11. L.J. Macias, 1 catch for 14. Manny Segala, 1 catch for 15. And Malachi Mitchell had a 13-yard touchdown reception, as the district champs are getting their picture took down there on the field. And running the football tonight was Fabian Vigil, 2 carries for 29 yards. Josh Estrada, 1 carry for no yards. Jalen Cloud, second leading rusher today for the Coyotes, 3 carries, 60 yards. Giovanni Apodaca had 1 carry for 1. Peyton Kennard, 2 carries for 4. Manny Fuentes, 1 carry for 1 yard. And Bryce the Train Sanchez, 19 carries, 152 yards, and a touchdown. That's the stats, and that is the regular season.
Well, I'll tell you what, partner, as usual, just a great job with the statistics I just don't know how you do it. No. Hey, yeah, just if you're just now tuning in at 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KSPPTV.com, the Roswell Coyotes win 38-6. They are your district champs as the Roswell Coyotes improve their record to a perfect 10-0, 3-0 in district, and the Goddard Rockets now fall to 6-4, 1-2 in district. And earlier, the Artesia Bulldogs, they did defeat the Mayfield Trojans, so the Artesia Bulldogs will be the district runner-up in District 4-5A.
Right, Goddard will be third.
And Goddard will be third, and Mayfield will be the fourth seed in the district. Once again, we were talking about, most of the time, in the past, the seeding and selection football show would have been originally tomorrow night, but there was some hiccups with Max Prep, so that will take place on Sunday at 7:30 in the morning. So you can go and tune in and watch the show. There'll still be a show, right? There's still going to be a show. That's correct. And once again, the Roswell Coyotes. I think it's safe to say that the Roswell Coyotes are going to get the 1 seed in the 5A classification, and Artesia will end up probably getting the 2 seed. The Goddard Rockets and the Pedro Vista Panthers will fight for the 3 and 4 seed. And once again, the first top 4 seeds will get a bye. So Roswell, Artesia, more than likely Goddard. I would say it's safe to say that they're going to get the first round bye. And it's going to be interesting to see. Once again, the Goddard Rockets should be in the top 4, but the Roswell Coyotes will definitely get the first round bye. Let's see here. Anything else, Coach, that you want to talk about?
Nope. I'm just a little disappointed we might not have any football next weekend. But
well, we'll see what happens. Maybe our producer, Mr. Gene Dow, will find something for us. We'll see what happens here. But, hey, no, all kidding set aside, I do want to this is just completed week 11 in high school football. A special thanks to Mr. Gene Dow, KSPTV.com, and all the workers that have made this possible. And, of course, we always want to thank our sponsors. We had Matt, Paul, Beto, and Tanner also a part of the crew today that made this happen. So it takes a lot of work and dedication for this. Guys, we're going to close this out. Seeding selection on Sunday. Congratulations to the district champs. We'll see how it goes here real soon. We're going to close this out. Art Sandoval, Kelly McDonald. It's always great to be a Coyote. Have a good night.
That concludes this presentation of sports on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Sports on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM is presented by Artesia General Hospital, Bob Reed Pest Control, Business Notions, Calici's Frozen Custard, Central Valley Electric, Dion's Pizzas, E&MU Portales, and E&MU Roswell, Loppin and Brown Dentistry, Mays Lumber, Oasis Computers, Pecos Valley Equipment, Pepsi, Plateau, Richland Dodge Chrysler Jeep and Ram, and Richland Chevrolet Buick, Roswell Seed Company, Southwest Printers, Trustmark Roofing, the University of New Mexico, Wakefield Oil, and Wakefield Oil Express. Thanks for tuning into this broadcast of sports on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. We now return you to your regular scheduled programming.
Speed Talk.